you're filming Iron Man just to attend a tech expo? Welcome back, brave explorers of impossible worlds. We are excited to have you here to continue this odyssey together. Before we continue, everything you'll hear is pure fiction, so please don't try to replicate combat techniques at home. This wonderful story and all its rights belong to its brilliant original author. We are only the messengers of entertainment. Want another dose of adventure? Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss a single chapter, and if you can't wait, our Patreon has exclusive surprises you'll love. Chapter 76. Hear this, Su Jiang was slightly relieved under his arrangement. All departments are running crazily, but he was still extremely at a loss in his heart, and when he thought of the quality presented by Transformers, he would feel deeply hopeless. Is the fam economy really about to step down as a detective? He asked himself in despair, but with his eyes, he saw that the minister was still standing there respectfully. He cursed violently. What are you still doing in a daze? Get out. Lu Bai returned to the villa. Go to the warehouse for the first time. Jarvis, what's the matter? He did not forget, during movie playback, a man in luxurious clothes left the theater, which made Lu Bai vigilant and let Jarvis keep an eye on the network dynamics. Mr. Report, during the premiere of the film, there were at least 4,000 people speaking on various platforms to discredit Transformers and want to bring the rhythm. As a result of my processing, all comments have been deleted and all accounts have been banned. Hearing Jarvis' words, Lu Bai smiled with satisfaction. It's just too comfortable to have Jarvis staring at the internet, but what Jarvis said next made Lu Bai frown and felt uneasy. However, the hot searches on all major platforms have been suppressed by Capital. Chapter 100. Jarvis, what's your situation? You can't achieve any of the 3 goals. Hearing this, Lu Bai asked doubtfully, what's the situation? Jarvis explained, for example, the Weibo platform. After detecting that the platform has reached a profit transfer with Emperor Film and Television Company, Weibo stepped forward to suppress the trending search for Transformers, and limit the flow of this trending search, and push sudden man to more users' mobile phones and computers. This operation has caused the ranking of Transformers to drop significantly. Hearing this, Lu Bai frowned even tighter. He naturally paid attention to the movies released at the same time, knowing that Madman in War Uniforms is a movie produced by Downey Film and Television. It is rumored that it cost, million yuan. A large number of Star Fresh Meat participated in the performance, and signed a gambling agreement with other capital if they sensed the threat. It would not be difficult to understand how to attack themselves. The person who left the movie theater is the senior management of Downey Film and Television. Lu Bai quickly put this suspicion behind him. Whether he is or not is not important now that the enemy has played their cards. It depends on how you respond, and it must be dealt with seriously. He can always remember, the key to extracting items lies in social attention and box office. It's all about publicity, but now the other party spends a lot of money to block the hot search of Transformers. Every minute of loss may lead to unsatisfactory items drawn in the end. This is unacceptable to Lu Bai. Lu Bai's eyes were slightly cold, and he looked at the Iron Man standing on the black iron plate. He said coldly, Jarvis, let me ask you, you know the internet like the back of your hand. You can hack other people's networks. And you can also ban other people's accounts. Then can I think in reverse? You can actually act as a navy, whether it's smearing others, or praising yourself, or searching for relevant content. After listening, Jarvis immediately responded, yes. Lu Bai asked cautiously again, now all major platforms require real name authentication. Do you have a way to solve this problem? After asking this question, Lu Bai regretted it. Jarvis, as the top AI hacker beyond the Blue Star version, coupled with Iron Man's own supercomputing power, can naturally hack the real name verification link AI directly registers and posts, which is even more unreasonable than AI painting. My own question is really too much to worry about. And then Jarvis's response also verified his conjecture. No problem, sir, Jarvis replied calmly. There are many ways to bypass identity verification. First, break through the real name verification code and tamper with the data. Second, retrieve the previous initial code and return to the fragment that can post without real name verification. Third, listening to Jarvis' report, a smile appeared on the corner of Lu Bai's mouth just now. Needless to say, let's get ready to do it. Return Transformers to its original location, delete all the good reviews of Warrior on the internet, and leave negative reviews for it. The more the better. Block the topic and traffic of Warrior in war uniform and prevent it from being exposed. Lu Bai also wanted to say that he contributed to Transformers, register more accounts and get more praises. It's best known by everyone, but he hesitated, feeling the timing was wrong. I dropped the idea after all. The movie won't be officially released until tomorrow, so even if word of mouth explodes, it's too early. You only have 3 goals for the time being, and I leave them to you." Iron Man's pupils emitted blue light, and the miniature arc on his chest glowed brightly. "Okay, sir." Hearing the words of Jarvis, Lu Bai was extremely at ease. I even thought of the most reasonable saying of the earth. "I promise, the enemy will not use Navy and Capital to suppress, and we will never use Jarvis." All of this can only be said that the other party asked for it. However, the accident still appeared. Jarvis failed to achieve any of the 3 goals that Lu Bai had set because Weibo was subjected to too many network attacks and information bombing in an instant. "I can't bear it at all in less than 1 minute." The entire website was directly paralyzed. The server even exploded. P.S. I wrote it very smoothly. I accidentally wrote 4 chapters in the morning. I woke up and continued to write begging for a free gift. Chapter 101 Profit Sharing and Restrictions on Film Scheduling completely squeezed the Qinzhou market and angered Lu Bai. As a result of the Weibo platform becoming Jarvis's back garden, the server couldn't bear it and was destroyed quickly. This news is on the hot search list of major platforms, strongly occupy the top positions on the list. Weibo interface is paralyzed. Weibo server exploded. Weibo is hacked. Various news, surrounded by a large number of netizens. They all speculated on what was going on. A Weibo netizen can tell me, "I have Weibo, welcome." Suddenly the page got stuck, and refreshing was useless. The Weibo official sent a message saying that it was attacked by hackers. The last time Weibo collapsed was when a certain fresh meat made public his relationship. Did you offend some internet company? Isn't it? When netizens are reading melons and watching dramas, Weibo executives are in a state of desperation. Their servers blew up, not just signal crashes, but physical ones too. The server spark sputtered, and the firefighters have been dispatched. After the final rescue, they also breathed a sigh of relief. Fortunately, the user's core data has not been damaged and is well protected. There is no trace of being stolen. What the hell is going on? Why did it suddenly collapse without warning? The Minister of Cybersecurity said that it was a large amount of information intrusion, which caused the server to be overloaded, and the whole system collapsed. Who has the ability to do this? Except for a few big internet companies, there is nothing left. Strengthen cybersecurity. This must never happen again. When Weibo executives held an emergency meeting, Lu Bai also learned about this situation from Jarvis. Chapter 77. He really underestimated Jarvis' crushing ability to Blue Star Network. It is completely a dimensionality reduction blow. Be gentler next time. What I want is to boost the stats of Transformers, not blow up the platform. Lu Bai said with a bitter smile. I can only secretly pray that Weibo will recover soon. It was unacceptable to be suppressed and squeezed out of the top 10 of the hot search list. But now I can't even see the list. He could only feel the super destructive power of Jarvis. Understood, sir. Jarvis's tone was a little aggrieved. He didn't expect Weibo platform to be so fragile. It fell down without any effort. No wonder Xiao Xianrao was paralyzed for more than an hour. Even when he revealed his love affair, Lu Bai had no choice but to forget about pressure, hot search and Weibo paralysis. Continue to inquire about Doing Film and Television's backhand. Jarvis, besides limiting traffic and controlling hot searches, what other methods have the other party prepared? Jarvis responded, Mr. Report. They have also signed non-profit clauses with major studios. This incident aroused Lu Bai's vigilance. How to say, Doing Film and Television Company, Limited cut its own share, so that the major studios increased the schedule of Warrior Maniac. Correspondingly, the follow-up schedule of Transformers has been greatly reduced. Some theaters even took down the show of Transformers on the grounds of equipment failure and replaced it with the works of King Film and Television. This sentence, that's what really made Lu Bai feel the crisis. He understands the horror of the profit-sharing clause, which will make the film studio greatly increase the number of films from the perspective of profit. Movie theaters are open to make money and Warrior already has a large fan base. There are also many first-line traffic stars participating in the show, and the fan economy will show a terrifying trend. In the early stage it is already a popular movie, and it is willing to give a higher share. How could those studios not take this opportunity to get money from these fans? If it wasn't for Blue Star's strict censorship at the box office stealing would have been rampant. By distributing, this made Lu Bai deeply realize how passive he would be without his own movie theater. His most important purpose is to extract items. The combination of flow limitation and profit sharing really made Lu Bai feel the threat. Even more exasperating, he doesn't have any countermeasures yet. If the other party makes little or no money, he must win the VAM agreement. Lu Bai had no choice. It is impossible for him to accompany the other party to make a profit. The box office is very important to Lu Bai, which determines the level of the items to be drawn. It is also impossible to remove movies from the studios to achieve the purpose of sanctioning the other party because the entire Qinzhou film city has reached a cooperation, unless Lu Bai intends to give up the Qinzhou market. Help me write down the most ruthless film studios first, and I will absolutely kill the chickens and monkeys in the future. Lu Bai was silent for a moment, his eyes were calm and cold, and he said slowly, Jarvis, help me collect the criminal evidence of doing film and television, invade his financial reporting system, search for yin and yang contracts, and find evidence of tax evasion, corruption and bribery, hack into mobile phones and computers, find artists under their company's name, chat records of selling their bodies, as well as photos and videos. The box office we lost, let's get it from their stock market, Jarvis replied. Yes sir, it will take a while. Lu Bai closed his eyes and nodded. Go. The next day came. Transformers is officially released. The morning shows all over the place are off to a hot start. Every movie fan is looking forward to entering the venue, returning with a lot of fun, and spontaneously promoting it on major platforms. I watched the movie. It's real cowhide. I watched it too. I plan to do it again. This is definitely the most shocking sci-fi movie I've ever seen. The military's support for this film is too great. The aircraft carrier is borrowed, the US box office exploded, the Seven Islands state has also reached the top. What's going on in Qinzhou? Why is it number 2? Damn it. Number 1 is actually Warrior Maniac? What are you doing? This is definitely a disgrace in the history of Qinzhou's movies. A bunch of traffic stars are also worthy of the first place. When netizens pay attention to the box office ranking, this was also found. Fanatics in Battlesuit defeated Transformers and won the box office champion on the first day. When the news came out, everyone was shocked. What the hell is going on with this horse riding? As for Weibo, which has been maintained for more than 10 hours, although its injury is not healed, it can barely operate because of this. Weibo has become the place where the scolding battle is the most intense. Is it suitable for the warrior in battle clothes? Pooh, why does it rank first? I watched the maniac in battle clothes and slept for 3 hours. I'll report it. My show tonight is Transformers. The theater said that the equipment was faulty and refunded the ticket, but I saw that it was replaced with Suited Maniac. What's going on? I'm in the same situation here. Garbage Maniac? You can also treat equipment failures, right? I'm a fan of a certain fresh meat, and the current situation makes me feel ashamed. On Weibo, the scolding war intensifies. I can't see anyone who supports Warrior Maniac at all. It's not that doing film and television was unprepared, but that it was too weird. So many sailors have been invited, and the good reviews have disappeared. Account has been banned again. What the hell? This has also led to the entire internet and various platforms. Only to see people scolding warriors in battle clothes, it made the high-level executives of doing film and television extremely uncomfortable. Yes, Jarvis repays his body with his way, deleted all the praises that praised Warrior Maniac. It also caused the entire platform to criticize the maniac in war uniform. Under such an attack, most of the netizens don't like madmen in war suits at all. Under such scolding, it also made many netizens actively or passively learn more about Transformers and look forward to it. In this situation, Lu Bai was stunned. He didn't expect that Transformers could be promoted like this. This scolding others, but promoting himself, kills two birds with one stone. Social attention has also reached its peak. Of course, netizens not only scold doing film and television, they also left messages and insults under the official Weibo of major movie theaters. Some movie studios are even so cowardly that they close the comments section. Even fans who go for celebrities. After watching the finished film, I was ashamed and felt betrayed. So I'm disappointed in you, the soldier you are talking about in this video. My father is also a soldier, but I can't stand your long hair. You are discrediting the soldier, wearing a sci-fi cloak. What I do is pretending. I don't know what I saw. Things just got worse. Public opinion is fermenting everywhere, and the studio chooses to be an ostrich, silently earning money from fans, but it's not easy for them to earn this money. A large number of netizens made real-name reports on the grounds of maliciously disrupting the market. The Bureau of Industry and Commerce ran to the movie theater repeatedly, making it difficult for them to fight if it weren't for the lack of manpower in the Industrial and Commercial Bureau and the many procedures that need to be investigated. They would not dare to be so blatant. The money was earned with care and fear. The fan economy was inflated at the beginning with the support of fans and the limited film schedule of the studio. Mad Men in War Suit won the first day box office champion on the first day. Chapter 78. The next day was also the box office champion of the day, although there are very few advantages. The gap is less than, million, but Emperor Film still proudly announced the best sci-fi movie in April, at the box office for 2 consecutive days. Welcome everyone to enter the theater and watch The Man in War Suit. It never mentions the fall of the 7 islands of America, only there to mention Qinzhou's box office gap, falling into the point of self-blind faith. Subsequently, he finished editing, inserted the picture, and clicked send. Then people are stupid. What happened? What about my copywriting? Why did it disappear in a second? Fuck it, edit again. Resend failed to send. Depend on, what's up with this horse? Weeble, what the hell are you doing? I'm a certified queen. The official blog of the Warrior Maniac also made a post. It was a picture with the words, the cumulative box office is 4 million. He tried to please fans in disguise, but was ridiculed by the crowd. This is the funniest movie of the year. You also have the face to blog. What quality do you have? Don't you have a wall count? The Transformers Next Door only has the worst morning show, and the early morning show is still full. If you occupy the afternoon show and evening show, the box office is only tens of millions higher. Transformers tickets have been grabbed for more than half a month. How about you? Forget it. They're just pretending to be blind. Don't they know that Transformers is killing people in 2 other states? That's the pattern. I went to Kideo's how to watch it. It's really wonderful. Although on the whole, Emperor Film and Television is thriving, but before it had time to flutter for 2 days, the situation took a sharp turn for the worse. Through profit sharing and extrusion, Suited Maniac won the box office champion for the first 2 days, but on the 3rd day, its potential had bottomed out. Fans who went to the cinema to watch it fell off a cliff. Also on the 3rd day, under the restrictions of all parties, Transformers still quickly rushed to the box office champion of the day. Such news, naturally, the media rushed to report. Movie Daily News. Sharp commentary on The Man in Armor fell out of the box office champion, relying on the fan economy and traffic economy. He topped the box office champion in the first 2 days, but because it disrupted the market, it was disgusted by netizens and consumed the goodwill of the public. In the end, the box office may not reach 10 billion. Film and Television official account, squeeze fans and their own profits to gain a moment of glory, but the quality and reputation of the film are not good, and there is no way to continue. Box office forecast broadcast. The first 2 days were full, giving the capital a false prosperity. Now on the 3rd day, Sudden Man still occupies 60.00% of the film schedule, but the attendance rate is less than 40.00%. It was picked by Transformers Return, the honor that belongs to it. The counterattack of Transformers officially begins today. The market will eventually know who is the real box office king. Movie theaters everywhere. There are also intense discussions internally for the current form. It is very clear, the Suit Maniac has exhausted the fans, and the market is very disgusted. It is only the 3rd day, and the box office has already been overtaken. On the 4th day, its attendance rate will only be lower. The opposite is Transformers. Since its official release, even if we have given a very small schedule, its performance is still remarkable. It is almost 100% full. Although Suited Maniac has a high profit margin, no one is going to watch it now. On the contrary, it is not as profitable as multiple rows of Transformers. The potential of Warrior has been emptied, and the profits have been squeezed out. I think it is a good time to reduce the film schedule, boss. The Minister of Propaganda said that he wants to grab the market. Be the first to promote the Transformers film schedule, and conduct official Weibo publicity to get the first wave of traffic in favor. All major movie theaters are making urgent adjustments. Companies with higher acumen also borrow the power of the internet to publicize this matter. It is to make the audience go to their theaters to watch more movies. The profit grabbing is over, and it's time to grab the real movie audience. Netizens commented mostly positively on this. Support, quickly adjust the film schedule. I'll grab the tickets right away. It has been adjusted. There are many more evening shows. I bought 2 tickets, damn it. As soon as I refresh the ticket, it's gone. Is it so violent? What's going on? Many studios have announced on Weibo that they will increase the schedule of Transformers. Are they an appointment? There are also keen netizens who commented disdainfully. Do you think they found out with conscience? It's nothing more than draining the fans of traffic stars and starting to steal money from real movie fans, because no one watches The Man in War Suit. On the 4th day, Qinzhou movie completely changed its offense and defense. For the sake of profit, the film studio completely turned to Transformers, which led to the tightening of the film schedule of Suited Maniac to only the morning show. The rest of the time period is occupied by Transformers. It started on this day. The advantages of Transformers completely exploded in Qinzhou. It has officially become Blue Star's most dominant film in April. Qinzhou's one-day box office alone has completely crushed Mad Men in War uniform. The box office that day was even less than 2,000 million. There will only be fewer and fewer in the future. Emperor Film and Television's gambling agreement should have been lost. Lu Bai watched Qinzhou's market coldly but also clear. It is no longer possible to reach the threshold of 1 billion. This result is the profit of doing film and television, which will be squeezed again, and even the shares must be sold to calm the storm. This bottoming out can only be said to be to blame, but that doesn't mean Lu Bai intends to let it go. Jarvis, how is the collection of criminal evidence for Emperor Film and Television going? Lu Bai walked into the warehouse and asked indifferently. He wants the other party to go bankrupt and liquidate. Use the stock market to fill in the lost box office these days. P.S. 3 chapters in 1. The reading emotion is more fluent. Have breakfast and come back and continue writing. Chapter 102. In April, the film dust fell, and the market potential of Transformers bottomed out. Sir, we have collected the chat records of all the artists and stars of doing film and television who sold their bodies. A low-level artist is contacted by a manager. Exchange your body for resources. Highly popular celebrities contact them in person, and even act as pimps, and also lock the buyer from the artist's contact list, hack into the other party's mobile phone and computer, and stole the video and photos of the female artist. Jarvis asked gently, do you need to expose it now? Lu Bai was silent for a while, then said, don't worry, just relying on the obscene information of its stars is not enough to bring down doing film and television, nor can it cause turmoil in their stock market. Continue to collect. The most important thing is the evidence of tax evasion, embezzlement and bribery, and even persecution of female artists under the yin and yang contract. It's best to have strong evidence. Jarvis replied, I will, sir. Lu Bai looked at Iron Man with glowing pupils. After counting the past few days, which theater has the lowest squeeze rate? It has been counted. Very good. Lu Bai nodded and said flatly, next time, don't cooperate. From the 4th day, it's a carnival for true movie fans. Transformers began to occupy 80.00% of the film schedule. It's not just true sci-fi fans buying tickets. Also due to the online black tide of suited maniac a few days ago, the attention of Transformers has reached its peak. All kinds of passers-by have impressions of this film. They went into the movie theater one after another to watch the sci-fi movie that was boasted by the whole network, but after they walked into the movie theater curiously, they came out full of shock, turned into real tap water, and were crazy about Amway to the people around them. Good sister. I really recommend Transformers. Dads, go see Transformers. The special effects are full. It's really shocking. I don't allow anyone who hasn't seen Transformers. Chapter 79. Transformers is not good. This is the 7th time a boy has asked me to watch this movie. I really can't watch it even once. I was a fan of So-and-so in Warrior Maniac, and now I'm a fan of Zayam. The acting is amazing. They're all newcomers. The director is too bold. The leading actor is actually my classmate. Fuck it. Every day, the cinema is crowded with people, especially now that Transformers occupies the best time slot. The venue is full. The situation did not decrease until half a month later, but the occupancy rate was still over 70.00%. Since there were no films that could be released in the market this April, the film studio still offered a high amount of films for profit. Warrior Maniac was completely reduced to an abandoned child even after half a month of baptism. Its box office has only increased by, million. It's not as good as the box office of the previous 2 days. This situation directly angered the high-level executives of doing film and television. Are you guys eating dry food? What did you do in the publicity department? Let you post positive reviews. What's the effect? And the public relations department? How did you deal with the bottoming out? How did you win fans? Marketing department? Have you invited celebrities to the platform to say good things? Why can't I see the effect? CEO Su Jiang slapped the table angrily and cursed at his subordinates. He is angry, also panicked. The betting agreement requires 1 billion to complete, but now the box office is only over 7 million. The number of movies dropped again and again, and the fans were exhausted. Where can I get the remaining, million? Originally, if you proceed step by step, there are still passers-by, which can fill this share gap, but the bottom line he used before, although he got a very high rate of filming in the first 3 days, completely consumed all the fans, leaving only a stinky infamy. The real extremes of things must be reversed, and the extremes of prosperity must decline. Su Jiang also had regrets, question whether the decision was wrong if there is no profit sharing. Although there will not be such a large number of films in the early stage of the studio, it will not cause the whole network to abuse, and some passers-by will choose to enter the studio to watch Suitman after watching Transformers. Apprentice, if you operate slowly, and then publicize it well, it is not difficult to reach 1 billion, but now, he played the wrong chess, but he didn't want to admit it, and dumped all the blame on his subordinates. The subordinates bowed their heads and remained silent. Whoever dares to speak will be greeted with curses. They also know that the name of the president is likely to be replaced soon. No one wants to encounter this bad luck now. In case of being fired, there is no place to cry. You don't talk, do you? Su Jiang glared at the propaganda department, pointing out, then tell me. The propaganda minister's heart skipped a beat, knowing that he couldn't hide. He was about to explain, but was stopped by the president with one sentence. Su Jiang said coldly, don't tell me. It's the Water Army whose comments and posts have been deleted again. You've used that excuse too many times, and I made a special phone call to ask the internal senior management, and the reply I got was that they didn't do this at all. The Minister of Propaganda had an idea, came up with a really good counterattack idea. He asked directly. Neither humble nor overbearing, since the comments were not deleted by Weibo, why can't the trending searches we bought never make it into the top 10? They are responsible for this trending search? Can we sue Weibo for ineffectiveness? We paid money, but we can't get the ranking we deserve. I am still firm in my opinion, we have been targeted by Weibo, otherwise we can't explain our hot search rankings, and the military control reviews are missing, even the Weibo account was banned. If it wasn't for their actions, I can't imagine who else would have the authority to do such an operation on Weibo. These words made Su Jiang extremely silent. Yes, I have bought the hot searched ones on horseback. During the first release period, I bought the top few hot searches, but after Weibo collapsed, just can't make it into the top 10. If it wasn't their fault, who else could it be? Su Jiang's face was gloomy, but in his heart he was extremely desperate. The film studio lowered the schedule, Weibo controlled the review, took money and did nothing, netizens abused, and the quality of the film was low. Even traffic stars can't lift the box office for him. This is the real hell of despair. There is no hope of turning over at all. He sat slumped in his seat, blankly watching his subordinates look down at the table. Without saying a word, I also resigned to my fate and chose to end the meeting, waiting for the judgment of fate. He can't sit still in the position of CEO. Another week passed. It's been more than 20 days since Transformers was released. Mad Men in War Suits was quietly removed from the shelves, and the box office was only 4,000 million, far below expectations. Su Jiang was fired, and a new CEO came in. But as April, there is a film that is making a fortune silently, that is Mech Overlord, directed by Wang Jing of Hong Kong province and led by a group of veteran actors. The production cost is extremely low, less than 4,000 million, but in more than 20 days, he earned more than 3 million box office, nibbled away the market share lost by Suited Maniac due to the popularity of passers-by. The whole crew rejoiced, and the celebration banquets were held again and again, which was like a breath of fresh air in April. As for Transformers, under the super high influence in April, it exacerbated the news fatigue of netizens. Every day is the Transformers news, and everyone is tired. Qinzhou's occupancy rate dropped to 30.00%. 5. The potential is about to bottom out. Just when everyone thought that the dominance would decline again, something unexpected happened. That is the official Weibo of Geely Automobile, the breaking news that spread out. Even netizens who are tired of reading can't help but feel shocked. Auspicious car reservation. All employees are invited to watch Transformers. P.S. After breakfast, I came back and slept until night, which was embarrassing. This chapter is 2 in 1 and the 3 in 1 in the morning. It adds up to the amount of 5 chapters. It's gone tonight. Everyone rest early. Chapter 103. The military enters the arena, helping Transformers become the top 10 box office in Qinzhou's history. Once Geely Auto's official blog is released, Transformers, which has let the popularity drop, skyrocketed again. Netizens who were tired, it seems that the chicken blood has been beaten in an instant, and the excitement of fighting against the enemy has been regained. My god, Geely car is gone. It's so good, I forgot. Geely Auto is the sponsor of this movie. With this movie, Geely sold 18 units this month, making crazy money. Only sold more than 2 vehicles last month, more than 9 times. Geely Automobile is an established car company, so there are tens of thousands of employees. Right, I just checked, there are 12 employees. Fuck, why are you surprised? Even if you invite them all to go to the movies, they will only contribute millions of box office. Is it necessary to be so shocked? You don't understand. It is of great significance for this car company to come and cheer, netizens relished, but before they finished digesting the content, another car company came to support it. The atmosphere liberates the heavy-duty trucks and the Optimus Prime prototype to help Transformers bloom. The company buys tickets uniformly, and all employees are invited to watch the movie. Netizens' nerves were beating wildly, and the excitement was overwhelming. This feeling of pride made them extremely excited, but soon, another car company Weibo published a post, shocking all netizens. BYD convertible plays the role of Jazz in Transformers, and is not afraid of sacrifice for the ideal. Buy a car with a movie ticket stub and enjoy a 9% discount, and I wish that Transformers will be prosperous, and all the staff will reserve the venue to support it. This is not over yet. The major car companies seem to have made an appointment. Chapter 80. Posted today, make all the netizens dazzled. Qinzhou's best-selling pickup truck is called Jiangling JMC Pickup. Thanks to Transformers, our sales this month have reached a new level. It has reached 9 vehicles. With the increasing social influence, we will also come up with more and better products to give back to everyone. In the movie, our car is named Ironhide, and the car lives up to its name. Although it is not gorgeous, safety comes first, and its combat effectiveness is extremely high. It is also a highly prestigious weapon expert just like the character Ironhide. All of our staff are proud of the film and of Jiangling. Private support, even beaky off-road vehicles, also published today, completely detonated the internet. Mountain cross-country, complex road sections, emergency rescue and disaster relief are good hands. Beaky off-road vehicle, the real muscle of a man. All the staff send their best wishes, and have reserved the venue for support. I wish you close cooperation in the future. This moment, the excitement is overwhelming. The major platforms rush to the top 10 hot searches. All netizens exploded. Before, theaters around Qinzhou tacitly increased the lineup of Transformers, but now the major car companies have come to support it. There is no one in this card. Never has a film been so powerful. A thoroughly phenomenal movie. Although the United States and the Seven Islands have always been ranked first, they are far less famous than Qinzhou. Seeing this, I'm excited again. I've already bought tickets, and I'm ready to swipe 4 times. Netizens, don't follow suit. The evening show was already full. Why is it full again? I can't even get a ticket. It seems to be back to the day when it was officially released. I just want to complain about a certain off-road brand right now. You won't even mention your name and the show is ambulance. Ha ha ha. In the ridicule of netizens, there is a joyful atmosphere on all major platforms, but also at this time, someone reacted and asked angrily, where's Lamborghini? Other car companies have come to support. You are hiding like a turtle. Yes, why doesn't this car come to help? This is very unkind. Hurry up and post. Come out and book the venue. Other car companies don't have as much role as you. I'll report it. I'm going to give a bad review. Is it possible that Lamborghini has not yet started mass production? I guess there are no employees. Catch the honest man upstairs, in a sound of humor, but he was dug up by interested people to find interesting news. Someone searches for Lamborghini on web, but I saw that Lamborghini registered an account and brought a BENV certification. As soon as the news came out, it was on the hot search list. My god. There really is an official Weibo. Does this mean that a new car will be launched? I've been waiting for a long time. Although I have no money, I followed and became a 10-year-old fan. Waiting for your new car to be launched, I have to say, it's really cool in the movie. The roar of the engine is just like a beast. Other sports car companies seem to be in a hurry, and they have released concept models. In the past, you loved and ignored me, but now I can't afford you. That's not enough. Other sports cars have a long history. Lamborghini doesn't have any technology, so it can't pose a threat at all. With that low body, it's uncomfortable to sit in. Right, the news came out. Aroused the discussion of many netizens. Lin Ming was also surfing the internet. The first time he saw the trending news, he immediately clicked in. See the certified Big V logo. Blood surged in my mind instantly, filling my pupils, and I was so excited that I was about to jump up. Fuck, big news, is this ready for mass production? He is looking forward to it. In the first video, I was deeply attracted. At that time, I fantasized that Han Moi In could sit in the co-pilot. Although I don't have this opportunity now, it doesn't hinder the coolness of this car. Are you afraid that other people's goddesses won't get in the car while driving this car? Take a screenshot, open your eyes to those guys. Lin Ming was extremely excited. Don't miss any chance to show off. Immediately took a screenshot and sent it to the group of friends. The originally quiet group chat exploded immediately. The children of the rich family collectively rise to the throne. Like a pervert seeing a naked beauty, he rushes out. The news is not guaranteed. Is it finally going to market? I've been waiting for years. Farchu. It's only a month at most. Let's live like a year. Everyone is a good brother. If the mass production of Lamborghini is not enough, let me take it. Go away. I have no money. I want this car. No one says it won't work. Gan. Lin Ming looked at the commotion in the group. I am extremely satisfied. He is not the most powerful in the group. At most he is average, not enough to qualify as an administrator, but because he has hooked up with big brother Lu Bai, pays attention to each other, and has a lot of first-hand information. He has a special status in the group. This made him feel very useful. Vanity exploded. It doesn't mean much to pretend in front of your classmates. It's much more enjoyable to pretend to be compared in front of a group of rich second generations. Lu Bai sat in the company, reviewing the daily box office report. I also feel baffled by the sudden popularity on the internet. Do we have any other cooperation with car companies? Lu Bai found the deputy director Chen Rangwen and asked, and Dao Chen Rangwen was also very confused. No, this is strange. I didn't cooperate anymore. Why did I suddenly offer such hospitality, inviting all employees to book a movie, at least a few million? Isn't that money? Lu Bai called his senior from the marketing department, but got an unexpected answer. The brother in charge of marketing, business contact, and editing said, according to my survey, after the release of Transformers, the car companies that are currently cooperating with all rely on this movie, and the stock market has risen by an average of, percentage points. Not only did the sales of the models shown in the film increase sharply, but it also drove the sales of other cars under the brand. Although we really spent millions of Blue Star coins to help out this time, it is essentially a large-scale marketing campaign. The brand's influence and popularity are skyrocketing, and it is now the #1 searched item in the 3 states. It opens up the American and 7-island markets for certain car companies. To sum up, it is a good move to show solidarity at this point in time. While gaining higher prestige, it also wins the hearts of a large number of netizens. When thinking about buying a car in the future, I will naturally give priority to brands with high favorability. Lu Bai heard the words, also nodded. He welcomes this kind of cooperation very much. Lu Bai won the box office, and the other party gained popularity, and it's a sponsorship in the future. He will shoot Transformers, and it is estimated that car companies will have to break their heads to have a chance to participate this time. The sponsoring car company has made a lot of money, and I don't know if other companies who don't agree to cooperate will regret it. I want to cooperate again in the future. It's not something a few million can spend. The end of the car company this time is completely unexpected. Not only Lu Bai was stunned, but the netizens were all shocked. They really like this film, feel that it is full of cards, and they are proud of it. Chapter 81. But this is not the limit. Until night fell, the real shock completely flooded the internet, caused a new wave of public opinion frenzy. Qinzhou military, the army is people-oriented, and the team is based on religion. Those who resist in the corner will eventually reap the consequences. U.S. military, the military's tolerance is limited. I advise some terrorist organizations not to take things too far. It is easy to be backlashed. Military of Qinzhou State, the unification of the Blue Star is bound to be won. The army rents out the field, so that the soldiers can feel the strength of their own power. The three-party army speaks, shocked the entire internet. Netizens have already made Niabinum in the morning, and now they don't know what to comment on the situation. Don't even dare to make fun in the comment area. I just feel my scalp tingling. In various group chats, they are all making crazy interpretations of the military's speech. Did you see it? It's impossible not to see such a big news. What happened? Transformers definitely doesn't have that kind of appeal. So what is it that made the military support this film? Certificative factors. I'm really curious. Is there anyone who can explain it? When the whole network is interpreting speeches, Lu Bai's eyes trembled. It seems to understand the military's intentions. On the night of the premiere of Han Moying's movie, Lu Bai once flew to Qinzhou how to experiment with speed and weapon system, but I ran into the massacre incident. Lu Bai believes that even if it is not a direct relationship, it is at least a fuse. The situation in 7 Islands is more severe than I imagined. Lu Bai frowned, thinking along this line of thought. I just think it is very reasonable. The terrorists in the 7 Islands have become lawless, and they have lost their lives. Maybe it wasn't just a coincidence that Lu Bai met, or even the norm. That's why when Lu Bai's crew contacted the military, The approval process was very smooth, and they received great support. The military is really showing off its muscles. It also expresses the determination to suppress the reactionaries in the Seven Islands state. This is a complete deterrent. Tukun has touched the military's bottom line. But why do they still do this? In other words, men who refuse to join the resistance organization will be killed. Are you trying to use this vicious name to increase the team's cannon fodder? Lu Bai also couldn't figure it out. Tell Jarvis that he can investigate more about the news over there. Of course, this is definitely not the most important thing, just pay attention. The biggest goal at present is Emperor Film and Television. Shopping malls are like battlefields, and Lu Bai can't play multi-line battles, as it is easy to delay Fighters Transformers movie. Also, due to the joining of the Seven Islands state military, the already sluggish box office market is booming again. Those films that were about to be released were either reduced to cannon fodder or were withdrawn urgently. And they did not dare to fight against such a child of luck in a blink of an eye. Another half-month has passed after the second outbreak of Transformers. It also ushered in the day of its release. The total box office of all Blue Stars is 53 billion, squeezed into the top 10 box office in Qinzhou history. Such a terrifying result is definitely the box office champion of this year. Internet sensation. We are all celebrating this historic moment. 53 billion. Witness the myth of the movie world. 4 years later, a movie has finally entered the top 10. The ratio is big. I'm so envious of theaters. Even if they make trouble, they can take away the high box office. The Qinzhou state military has contributed a lot. Don't think too much about the military. Seven Islands currently only has 50 troops, which can't provide much box office. That's right. The main reason is that the strength brought a wave of enthusiasm, and made many people second brush. There are also evidence and treatment factors. Right. It can be said that it is difficult to replicate. When the outside world is arguing, Lu Bai was at home when he received a call from Han Moying. She was full of envy and sincerely congratulated. Congratulations, Boss Lu. Enter the top 10 box office in Qinzhou's history. Blue Star's top 100 box office. I am proud of you. Han Moying knows. How difficult is this? 4 years have passed before a new movie entered the top 10 box office in history. This kind of competitive pressure is not achieved by ordinary films. All of them take advantage of the right time, place and people, belonging to the son of luck at that time. Don't talk about it. Lu Bai just smiled and didn't answer. He's not too keen on rankings now. He is short of the last filming task assigned by the system, and you can get it from the content selection store. When the time comes to move the movie of the Earthfire to Blue Star, isn't the box office list just by himself? I'm afraid that the top, historical box office will be dominated by Earth films. Will this seem too high profile? But he was also very surprised by the achievements of Transformers and Blue Star in the Earth. Transformers 1 is 1 million higher than Iron Man 1.24 inches, but in Blue Star, due to various factors, there was a huge gap. This was unexpected by Lu Bai. Although he is not very interested in rankings, he is very interested in extracting items. As long as the box office is settled, he can get the system's rewards. This is what makes Lu Bai miss the most. Maybe look forward to Tinder. Lu Bai suppressed his excitement and gave up his illusions after letting out a breath. He asked slowly, "You have been out for so long. Is the tour over now?" "Probably," Han Moying said lazily. "It's mainly because of the school's special arrangement, and the time is up." When Lu Bai heard the words, he didn't think of it all of a sudden. "What special arrangement? You forgot." Han Moying smiled slightly. "The counselor sent a message in the class group last year. It probably means to choose excellent movies and broadcast them at the party, and invite well-known practitioners in the film industry to participate. There are also outstanding students who graduated from our school to watch the ceremony. Stars, directors, actors, anyway, those who have a certain reputation in the society are all on the invitation list." Han Moying groaned for a moment, then guessed, "Of course, if it's broadcast, it's probably only a part of it. It's equivalent to an award ceremony for outstanding graduates. I guess the school wants to pave the way for this year's graduates." Hearing this, Lu Bai recalled it when he first traveled to Blue Star. He saw this news. It's just that he didn't pay attention to it at all. Thinking about it this way, there is still 1 month before graduation. Time flies so fast. Lu Bai sighed in his heart, and immediately pretended to be serious. "I understand. Then I have to work hard, strive to receive an award at the party." After hearing this, Han Moying laughed so hard that her branches trembled. "You still have to work harder? You still want to let people live? With your current grades, you can directly apply for the position of an associate professor at the Academy of Film, but I guess you don't think much of that salary anymore." Lu Bai didn't object either. Instead, he seriously thought about the school's special arrangements. As far as he knows, Qinzhou Film Academy did not have such an arrangement before because it is difficult for students to shoot excellent films during school. Even if there are, they are only rare. If the school said something, it was only done in private, and there was no need to make a big fanfare. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 82. But this year is different. There are many talents among the students, gained a large number of fans through filming on major platforms. Some appeared in big online movies and made money, some went to theaters and gained market recognition, some student works even participated in film festivals and won awards. Under such a circumstance, the school leaders proposed such a plan to pave the way for young students. Maybe make this evening an annual conservative show if it works, thought here. Lu Bai pondered, and his eyes lit up. Maybe I can recruit a batch of outstanding students for the school. Suddenly, Lu Bai had some expectations for this party. These students are all talented. What Earth Films is short of is talents with talents. As long as the optional wall is opened, there will never be any shortage of scripts. That's it. Good students, come and work for me. Lu Bai looked forward to asking, how long will it start? Han Moying was silent. She could hear the change in Lu Bai's tone, from being flat at the beginning to now impatient. I don't know what kind of mental journey he went through, she replied truthfully. There is still a week. This time you are going to go on stage to accept the award. You will definitely scare the jaws of a group of people. You have to be mentally prepared. Han Moying was also looking forward to it. I guess no one dares to imagine the normally taciturn classmate turned out to be the box office devil. Thinking of this, she was also inexplicably excited. I'll be ready, Lu Bai smiled. Then I'll see you at the party, okay? I won't embarrass Earth Films, Han Moying said confidently. Hang up the phone. Lu Bai was silent in the room for a while, and then came to the warehouse. Since there's nothing to do now, just waiting for the box office split, and the school party. Then use this time to settle your personal grievances. Jarvis, now you are going to short the stock market of doing film and television. Are you ready? With deep eyes, Lu Bai spoke calmly. PS, 4 in 1. Good night. Chapter 104. Lu Bai sells a large number of stocks, and doing film and television directly drops the limit. Are you ready? Lu Bai looked at the golden red mecha in the warehouse and asked calmly, I have collected all the information that can be found online. Sir, Jarvis said gently. Lu Bai showed a smile. He has been waiting for this day for more than a month. However, before the release of criminal evidence, the first thing to do is to short sell the other party's stock market. At its most glorious time, Emperor Films had a market value of 900 billion, and its annual profit reached more than 9 million. However, after several years of losses, the market has become extremely pessimistic. Coupled with the loss of Suited Maniac, now there is only a market value of 89 billion in Qinzhou. It is only a medium to high-scale enterprise, with only 12.9 blue star yuan per share. Then borrow a lot and cash out. Lu Bai patted Iron Man's icy body. If you need anything, contact me directly through the system. Okay sir. Upon hearing this, Jarvis immediately proceeded with a super high cash qualification of Earth Films, contacted the brokerage directly, borrow stocks from them at 12.9 yuan per share, and then sell them in large quantities exchange for cash in hand. Most of the stock borrowing by securities companies requires a certain amount of interest. There are also some brokerages that need to provide additional commissions. Lu Bai knew he was making a steady profit, so naturally he wouldn't mind. After an afternoon of operation, Jarvis sold 5,000 million shares for 6 million in cash. This kind of aggressive selling naturally attracted the attention of Doing Film and Television. Have you found it? Emperor Film and Television urgently held a general meeting of shareholders. The chairman asked seriously. Found it? It's the Earth Film Company that's manipulating it, someone reported. The chairman's face became even more ugly. Can anyone tell me what's going on? Why did Earth Films target us? As for Earth Films, a company in the entertainment industry, I have heard of it for a long time. The other party produced a total of 3 films, all of which made a lot of money, especially Transformers, which was released just now, even 153 billion in the whole Blue Star. Such pure profit. How many people are jealous? What's more, they haven't been listed yet. All the power is concentrated in the hands of a young man, and has more than 85% of the shares. The investigation also found that the shares in the hands of the remaining 7 shareholders are not allowed to be sold. They can only enjoy dividends. Why would such a super emerging company focus on them? Under the pressure of the chairman, the subordinate tremblingly told the truth. Make a profit, squeeze and arrange the slices, please smear the navy and suppress the other party's hot searches. This is normal business practice. The chairman also thinks there is no problem, but the other party didn't think so. You messed with me, I'm going to get it back. For Earth Films, engaging in your stock market is also an entire business strategy. You still can't tell others. After all, he was the one who dealt with the opponent first. This sale of shares is definitely just the first step. The other party must have a backup. And also promise to destroy the current market value of Downey film and television, otherwise, you will never want to cash out. Who rides on a horse? Damn it! The chairman slammed the table, shaking the teacup twice. Now it's hard to get off the tiger. People are not soft persimmons. After being manipulated, they will not choose to give up. He could only fortify in an emergency. The people present are all shareholders and directors. Do you have any tricks in other people's hands? He glared. It can be seen that everyone is dodging their eyes. My heart sank. Fuck. Don't have a clean one. Also guilty. Almost all our weaknesses. The chairman was tired and said, self-censorship. Deal with everything quickly. Be quick, dear shareholders. You are the real helm of the company. You have also seen that the company is now in a very dangerous situation. What do you think? Shareholders have not expressed their views. They hold more than 80.00% of the company's shares and are the real talkers. Most resolutions need to be approved by them before they can proceed. The chairman also owns a certain amount of shares, but after the shares are diluted, it is equivalent to the responsibility of a housekeeper and is responsible for the shareholders. The situation is now in jeopardy. He can only hope in them. Chapter 83. For the sake of the company, we will increase resource support to tide over the difficulties. Shareholders looked at each other in blank dismay, decided to break up the meeting and take a break first. The chairman's eyes dimmed instantly as soon as this sentence came out, seeing them leaving the meeting room in a hurry. He knew it without thinking. Now this is the case. Shareholders will definitely protect themselves wisely and sell stocks to stop losses. What's more, when it is unclear what means Earth Pictures has, it is the most sensible choice not to take risks. Coupled with the market value of King Film and Television, it is no longer worthwhile for them to invest a lot of money to save the market. The high-level leaders are not in harmony, and defeat is already doomed. What happened? As shareholders scrambled to sell off, the market value of Downey film and television plummeted. The speed was like an avalanche, directly exceeding Lu Bai's expectations. This chain reaction let the brokerages also wake up. I didn't dare to lend out stock certificates at all, but chose to sell them to stop losses. I am afraid that the worthless stocks will be withdrawn in the end. It's only half a day. Under Lu Bai's instigation, Emperor Film and Television Company directly lowered the limit. Chapter 105. The special arrangement that the counselor first mentioned is finally here. What's the matter? Now it was Lu Bai's turn to be confused. It stands to reason that it shouldn't fall so fast. It was originally 12.9 shares, but it was only 11.61 in just a few hours, and the stock price was directly suspended. It seems that everyone reacts quickly. Lu Bai quickly understood the main reason is that his actions were too big, which made the opposing shareholders feel unconfident, triggered a chain-selling reaction. In addition, Earth Pictures, a big cash flow company, is doing the work. Anyone who sees it will be ashamed. It is human nature to choose stop loss. It's a pity. Why is Emperor Film and Television not a company in the United States? Although it is unified, the systems of the 3 states are different. There is no daily limit in the United States. Lu Bai was slightly helpless. I know it's hard to masturbate through Downey film and television, and one day those shareholders are better than themselves when there is wind. He runs faster than anyone else. There was no need to use the other party's criminal evidence, so he knelt down first. I collect criminal evidence to give them a fatal blow, but now their shareholders are completely unwilling to pay to rescue the market, and their internal collapse is the first. It's far smoother than expected. Lu Bai sighed slightly, and thought of a way, but soon gave up. What he was thinking was that in the name of Earth Films, he spread rumors that he would buy shares in Downey film and television to raise the other party's stock price when the profit reaches a certain level, continue to sell and cut leaks at both ends. But this is illegal manipulation of the stock market, which is a crime for that little profit. There is really no need to risk yourself, of course. Lu Bai's current operations are normal business practices. It is just bearish on the other party's stock market, which is not illegal manipulation. Lu Bai sold it with peace of mind. Then let's do that for today. Let it fall to the limit for half a month before we talk about it. Lu Bai communicated with Jarvis in his mind. Sir, do you still need to release the other party's tax evasion certificate? Jarvis's voice came from his mind. Lu Bai shook his head and said, keep it there and see if anyone buys the bottom and is bullish. Anyway, We hold the other party's criminal evidence, and we are not afraid of bringing it back to life. No matter how much it goes up, it can't save it from doom." Jarvis responded, "Understood, sir." Lu Bai sighed. At first he thought it would be a tough battle, but the result disappointed him greatly. He slightly underestimated the sensitive nerves of the capital's. Today's bearish market is even more flat than expected. The shareholders of the other party, if they are willing to rescue the market vigorously, then Lu Bai released a criminal evidence in the end, and he will definitely make a lot of money. But in this situation, doing film and television is half dead. The capital chain was completely wiped out in this sell-off. It's hard to come back to a lifetime passed peacefully. A week later, the shares of Emperor Film and Television have fallen by the limit for 7 consecutive days. Some leaks naively think that the stock market is about to go up, so they secretly hold some stocks. Even some shareholders think so, set aside a part and choose to wait and see what happens. Only Jarvis is still wantonly borrowing and cashing out. During this period, 9 million has been cashed out. This abnormal behavior also caused confusion among many shareholders. What the hell is going on here? The stock market of doing film and television, is it a ghost? Why are there still people who are crazily cashing out, and are not afraid of not getting it in the end? You are worried about what other people are doing. If the brokerage institution thinks that it is not available, it will not lend out so much at all. Obviously the other party's cash reserves are very high. What kind of capital is this? It has been staring at doing film and television for a long time. The current stock market is unpredictable, and I dare not hold too much. I became bearish on doing film and television after watching The Man in Warsuit, and made a small profit. Do you think it is doing film and television who wants to withdraw the stock at a low price, so it continues to fall? Why don't you buy it and try it out? I'm just a retail account. Forget it. I can't play this. I can only follow the smell. When the outside world is wildly speculating on the stock market, Lu Bai had already turned his attention to other places. He didn't forget this time. Tonight, it is an award ceremony organized by the college. There will be many film practitioners participating. Excellent students who graduate from the school will even come back to visit the school. Now, the special arrangement that the counselor mentioned at the beginning has finally come. Chapter 106. Sun Shengai was in high spirits. I have students who can reach thousands of troops. Night falls. Qinzhou Film Academy. Luxury cars everywhere. Did you see it? That's our acting brother, who was nominated by Shitty. My god. That's a 60 billion Best Director winner. Isn't that the gold medal screenwriter senior brother Wang? He's back too. It's actually Hujia. I love his immortal sword. He's an idol. That's Wang Bingbing. She's the host of Kin TV now. She's amazing. Yang Liping, a famous dance artist, is also from our academy. A lot of celebrities. I'm going to ask them for autographs. In order to pave the way for this year's outstanding students, the college also pulled down its face. Many long-established students are invited back to school to help out. Even many well-known people in the industry were invited, and the event was unprecedented. The gathering of such celebrities made other academies extremely envious. Came to the Film Academy overnight just to meet my idol. Those who have a classes will even skip classes directly. What class is there? Is the book as good as Hujia made? You are right. I've already gone to the Film Academy. Shit. It's obviously the same school, but why are the departments so far apart? I'm a painting student. I feel that I can't be so prominent in my life. I regret it. Actually, the School of Song and Dance is not bad, and I still have a chance to make my mark. Chapter 84. Fuck. The puppet show I learned doesn't even have an audience. Among the surge of students from various colleges, the major media also received the news, so naturally they would not miss this grand occasion. They went to the school to report. We are now in the gymnasium of the Film Academy of Qinzhou University of the Arts. What we can see is that the entire hall is full of energetic students. According to inside information, a large number of outstanding graduates have emerged in this year's film school. They may come from acting majors, or photography majors, or become well-known animation directors, or even market-recognized directors. They will all reveal their mysterious veils to us tonight. How many geniuses will meet us tonight? Let us wait and see. In the moment of turmoil outside, in the dean's office, everything was peaceful. All reception work is carried out by the director and the vice president. Dean Chen sat in the office calmly, sipping tea. Desktop. It is a list of outstanding students in various majors in the college. He flipped through it casually, and it felt good. It is not in vain that he has worked so hard to create a smooth road for these students. I don't know if such a party will be held in the future. It depends on the students in the future, whether they are up to date enough to let him pull down this old face. Can you talk about the situation of each major first? Who will come first? Din Chen looked at the counselors standing in front of him while serving tea, and asked kindly, although he has a list on his desk, but there are too many people's names written, and the eyes are dazzled. He just wanted to hear the most representative figures selected by the teachers when the dean spoke. Several counselors also looked at each other in blank dismay. Although I have certain confidence in the students under my name, but think they are still young, it may not be able to enter the dean's eyes. Only Sun Shangyu, who is a professional director, is imposing, calm and energetic. The eyes are full of confidence. Dean, please tap my name. My students Lu Bai, so I am also very awesome. Please call me confidently, I beg you. Din Chen glanced at the teacher below. He also saw the lack of confidence on their faces, which made him quite critical. I don't want to be old. I invited so many people back to school. Is this the answer you gave me? Don't even dare to stand up and speak, no matter how young the students are. Their prospects are stronger than many people, and it showed up earlier. That's endless potential. Learn more from Sun Shangyu. Look at his stinky expression. You can see how confident he is in his students. That proud look, it's as if a great director has emerged from among the students. You should learn more about this style. Mr. Li, who majored in animation, please tell me first. Din Chen took a sip of tea and called out names. Teacher Li nodded. Currently we are a major, and there are 2 outstanding students. Not only during the study period, I already have hundreds of thousands of fans, but now I have a series of works. Student Fuzumi created the Red Little Fox series of animations in her junior year. It focuses on the cute and touching style of painting. It has 5 million views on bees.com, and has received investment to establish a studio. It is still serialized today. There is also Tang Shangsheng's hot-blooded and funny animation Assassin 123, which has more than 2 million views on the entire network. His words just fell. The other counselors were also very impressed. These 2 animation students are really top-notch. During school, achievements that most people cannot achieve. To be on the list is indeed extraordinary. Din Chen nodded in satisfaction after hearing this. Isn't this very good? Then why didn't you dare to take the initiative to speak just now? Worried about not getting into my eyes? He smiled even more, and he couldn't help feeling that the student was strong. You are simply worrying too much. Even when we were students, who would dare to say that they are better than them? I was interested in their potential, so I invited people to watch the ceremony. In order to create a better platform for them, Din Chen blew on the hot tea, feeling that the more he drank the tea, the more fragrant it became. He squinted at Sun Shangyu. I also want to know why he listened to the statement of the animation major, still so confident. Mr. Sun, the director of drama and film, can you tell me about your students? Sun Shangyu was majestic and in high spirits. Good Dean, I have students who can reach 10,000 armies. Chapter 107. Sun Shangyu's Versailles moment. Din Chen was shocked hearing this statement. The other teachers couldn't hold back their laughter. This is not mocking. I just think it is said from the middle-aged population in their 40s. A bit too middle school. Inexplicably amused after hearing this, Din Chen was also very happy. Then tell me about your students list. I'd like to see how amazing I can be. He put down his teacup and looked at Sun Shangyu with a smile. Teacher Sun coughed lightly. Seriously reported, Liu Haidong, Class 3 of the film major. Filmed the film Plum Hometown, and won the Best Supporting Actor award at the Qinzhou State Film Festival. Mu Simon, from Class 2 of the film major, focused on traditional culture, and won the Best Short Film Award and the Best Jury Award at the Cannes Film Festival in the United States for his film, The Rainy Season. Hear this. The rest of the teachers were also quite impressed. To be able to achieve such results at such an age is far stronger than they were back then. There is absolutely no difficulty in becoming a teacher in the future. Even Din Chen was extremely satisfied when he heard this, and nodded repeatedly. How many people have cultivated for many years. Can't touch the Blue Star Movie Award? These 2 haven't graduated yet. It has already made its mark in Blue Star's major awards. It also won the coveted award of countless filmmakers. Such approval. Let them get started, and they will surpass countless people. It's not just about talent, it's about hard work. Very good, I'm very satisfied, Din Chen said with a smile. Is there any other good seedlings? Sun Shangyu is so confident. It is certainly not the only list of award-winning literary films as far as he knew. Han Moing from Class 1 was very strong. The film I shot was recognized by the market and got a very high box office score, even as the dean. He has long been heard of traveling everywhere. Of course there are especially many talents in Class 1. When Sun Shangyu said this, his face was even more red. The whole person became much more energetic. Let's talk about Lin Ming, the monitor of Class 1 first. His shooting style doesn't quite meet the taste of the public. but he is absolutely excellent in terms of his camera movement and rhythmic narrative, and he was the first in several classes to achieve results. And he made millions of dollars in online movies, of course, with the support of his family. However, having family support is not a shame. On the contrary, it can show that he has a better starting point and can even walk more smoothly. Anyway, I will not be stingy in affirming his market acumen. For Sun Shengyao, Lin Ming barely counted as a bonus. The more important highlight is yet to come. The words came out. Chapter 85. Dean Chen also nodded. Indeed, when I was a student, I could earn millions of movie fees naturally. There is nothing to say about this ability. Most of the second generation can make money. It's not bad to be undefeated. You cannot ignore the talents of others just because they have better startup capital anyway. Dean Chen didn't complain about this. That's all. I heard that you majored in directing. There is a talented girl. What's your name? Dean Chen picked up the list with a smile, and suddenly said, Han Moying. Right. Sun Shengyao also smiled even more. Yes, she is definitely one of the top talents in our college. When I was a freshman, I started to manage self-media and shoot short dramas. Following the tide rises all boats, reaching millions. If she hadn't devoted herself to the movie, her number of fans would have doubled several times, Sun Shengyao said with great admiration. Last year, she wrote, directed and acted in a film that focused on young women's workplaces. With the investment of 300 million yuan, she made a movie worth 3,000 million yuan. The return on investment has increased tenfold, and this year, Goodbye to My Ex, which was also written, directed and acted by myself, only used 3,000 million yuan and created a box office myth of 22 billion yuan. The return on investment reached a terrifying 73.3%. Become a hot new female director. I think she will be able to shine at tonight's party. Okay. Dean Chen repeatedly applauded. The faces full of luster and joy with her alone. She can even calm down most of the visitors. These days, there are as many movie kings and queens as a count. Not everyone can star in a multi-billion box office movie, let alone the director. There are not many films that can make hundreds of millions of box office. Such a high-grossing female director is absolutely attractive. Even if it is the actor and actress, all want to ask for cooperation. Sun Shengyao cleared his throat, just about to continue showing off. There was a knock on the door. Chapter 108. Lin Ming, I finally fell in love once, but you made me lose so completely. It was the director of Qinzhou Film Academy, and he came to inform that most of the guests were seated. It is to invite teachers from all majors to sit down. The dean will also preside over it. Sun Shengyao was a little stunned when he heard this. Then there was anxious eyes. I haven't finished yet. After listening to the director's notice, Dean Chen also waved his hand at Sun Shengyao. It's okay, let's take a seat first, and it's the same at the party. It's not less than 10 minutes, and, after listening to Han Moying, Dean Chen, it's a bit boring for others. No matter how strong, can there be 22 billion new female directors? He has never heard that there is a stronger existence in the academy than this. Now that I have listened to number one, I am not interested in the other. Sun Shengyao watched Dean Chen pick up the list on the table, and followed the director out of the office quickly. Mr. Sun, congratulations on having a good student. Yeah, 22 billion female directors are simply too strong. I have a few students who are already popular artists, but they are not at the same level as Han Moying. It's even worse for me. I majored in recording art. There is only one student dubbing for Downey's animation company. I'm completely behind the scenes. Listen to the emotion and praise of other teachers. Sun Shengyao looked disdainful. 22 million, is it a lot? Redneck, look at you who have never seen the world. Your students are also great, the best in every field. Sun Shengyao boasted. Follow behind the dean and walk to the party scene. At first, he thought that he couldn't make this comparison for Lu Bai, and he was a little flustered, but after thinking about it, it seems acceptable again for those well-known film and television practitioners at the party. The vanity will be even more inflated. At that time, Sun Shengayu's face will be the most shining. I, Teacher Lu Bai, teach tens of billions of students. Exciting to think about. Of course, this is not just the pride of being a teacher, to be honest. This is linked to Sun Shengayu's evaluation. He has such students. If there is any good job vacancy, the leader will naturally be the first to think of him. Shouldn't he be cared for like a baby? Students Lu Bai, have you arrived at the scene? Sun Shengai was still worried. After thinking about it, he deliberately walked in the back and called Lu Bai. Teacher Sun, I'm here. Listening to Lu Bai's voice in the microphone, Sun Shengayu felt very kind. He believes that after so many years of teaching career, there will be no one better than Lu Bai. He has become his proudest student, although he didn't seem to have taught him anything. He was his teacher in name anyway. No one can rely on this. Okay, don't wander around later. You are the most respectable existence in this courtyard. The party will start soon. The teacher's evaluation depends on you. Sun Shengaiyu followed the team and walked into the spacious open-air gymnasium off stage. At the front are the seats for leaders and teachers. The second, third, and fourth rows at the back are invited social celebrities. The most, of course, are the celebrity students who left our school. Sun Shengaiyu looked to the left side of the stage. The location over there is closer to the stage entrance. It is also the seat of the person who received the award. Sun Shengaiyu took a look around and saw where Lu Bai was. The teacher is joking. Lu Bai exchanged pleasantries with Sun Shengaiyu, and then hung up the phone. Mr. Sun, beside him, came a calm and gentle voice that was Han Moying. As an outstanding graduate, she naturally sits in this rank. Yes, Lu Bai nodded. Hearing this answer, Han Moying also smiled slightly. I can understand his mood. There is such a big director among his students, so don't take care of him. Lu Bai didn't know what to say. Instead, he changed the topic with a smile. The party has begun. The conversation of the two of them, the appearance of talking and laughing, made someone's eyes tear open. Lin Ming felt unwilling, but it's not easy to vent on this occasion. He didn't want to see these two people either, but they were in the first row. Why? Han Moying proves herself with a box office and can sit at the front. Lu Bai, why can you sit down? Just because you wrote the script for Han Moying. Chapter 86. I finally fell in love once, but you made me lose so completely. Lin Ming slapped his thigh fiercely. Zhou, drama, film and television director major, the first to appear on stage. The party begins. The invited guests are seated. Students in the audience saw familiar faces on TV, also very excited when the person on TV walks in front of me. That kind of astonishment and surprise can greatly impact the senses. I'm about to get Uji's autograph. He's so handsome. You don't have any future plans at all. I went directly to the senior director of the big director and asked if I could join the group as a group performer. He smiled and gave me a role. Fuck, who is it? I want a role too. The actress Zhang is really approachable. She took several photos with me. Stop chatting. Dean Chen is on stage. When the students saw the Dean of the Academy of Film on the stage, they also consciously quieted down. Dean Chen is more satisfied with the students in the audience. It's also a burst of emotion. It's the graduation season again. He quickly recovered his mood. Facing Limei, the voice was calm but full of spirit. Today is a memorable day for the Film Academy, and it is also the first award ceremony for outstanding graduates. Of course, I'm not sure if it will be the last one, so it still depends on the efforts of the junior students to make this party a tradition and continue. As soon as he spoke, the audience roared with laughter. It also made the junior students feel excited. They also don't want such a celebrity-gathered party to ruin their own session like this. Even sophomores are under double pressure. Dean Chen paused for a moment, then continued to laugh and said, such a party is actually not serious. The purpose is to show the demeanor of our film school, and then let the brothers and sisters who have already graduated see the achievements of their juniors and sisters during school. I am also very grateful to all the well-known practitioners in the film and television industry for their willingness to participate in this ceremony. To put it bluntly, this is equivalent to a different kind of interview meeting. I hope everyone can see excellent fresh blood. Dean Chen's frankness, it has made many people in the society feel like a spring breeze while severely raising their status. They are also roasting them on the fire. The subtext is, you well-known film and television practitioners not only have great directors, but also start companies. Is it appropriate not to invite a few people in? Since Dean Chen specially held a ceremony for outstanding students, it will definitely not disappoint. Yes, if there is a suitable one, I am willing to recruit new blood. They are all juniors and juniors. I will definitely support them. Hire them with high salaries. It's just that we are preparing a new movie now, so we can give them a chance to follow the group, and they can be actors if they want to. I've always been optimistic about a female director. I guess everyone is. It's a pity that she is already a shareholder of Earth Films and enjoys dividends. I have no conditions to win over her. If you want to invest, you don't even know how to ask. In the guest seats, those well-known people also thought so in their hearts for the ceremony launched by the school. There is also a sense of anticipation. This is equivalent to the best batch of talents, officially stamped. And you can earn as much as you can. I'm just afraid that people don't want to come. Only those movie kings and queens, or first-line stars are a little helpless. They can be said to be quite expensive vases, without their own company and team. Even if you want to help your younger brothers and sisters, there is nothing you can do. Is it possible to hire them as assistants? Not much nonsense. I believe everyone didn't come here to listen to my chat. Din Chen chuckled, stretching out his hand to make an invitation gesture. He turned to the counselor's seat. Then, let us first invite Mr. Sun Shengaiyu, a counselor majoring in drama and film director, to come on stage to present awards to his students. Applause. Welcome. Chapter 110. An awkward little theater. The first appetizer. Amid applause, Sun Shengaiyu walked onto the stage with a red-faced Lu Bai also puffed up his palms in the audience, thinking that the sooner he got to himself, the sooner it would be over. When you come to the stage, what are you going to say? Beside, came a whisper. Lu Bai looked at his friend's curious eyes and shook his head. I'm not ready. It's just to thank the school for the cultivation, the teachers for their hard work in teaching the art, and the parents for their support. It's gone. After hearing this, Han Moing was also amused. This is somewhat official. What about you? Lu Bai asked casually. When Han Moing heard the words, she nodded inexplicably. Actually, I am similar. Lu Bai. Oh, Lin Ming looked at their whispering gestures. There was also a burst of gnashing of teeth. Dog men and women, too. Also, who can explain why Lu Bai can sit in the first row, so much ahead of me? Does the school trust his screenwriting ability so much? I really think I am the author of Iron Man. Gan. Lin Ming stared fiercely at the two people in front of him at this time. Sun Shengaiyu was already standing on the stage, with an uncontrollable smile on the corner of his mouth. I am very grateful to the hospital for giving me this opportunity to speak. I always think that it is not how good I teach, but how good my students are. It's good enough, then I won't talk too much nonsense. Please watch the big screen. Sun Shengaiyu turned around and raised his hands, directing the audience's gaze to the big screen behind them. At this time, fragments of a movie played slowly on it. Lord Dragon King, please issue an order. Several people knelt on one knee and shouted respectfully in the play. The corners of the male protagonist's lips curled up slightly, and he smiled evilly. I want the Gao family, and leave Jinghe City completely. This is my territory. Yi Fan, the subordinate trembled. Yes, this picture. He was so embarrassed that the audience laughed out loud. Ha ha ha, what kind of embarrassing little theater is this? The leading actor above is my classmate. I can laugh for a year. Can this kind of drama be selected as an excellent film? I can't laugh anymore. Sun Shengaiyu also saw the uncontrollable laughter from the audience. He didn't open his mouth to explain, because the big screen behind it is still playing. Director, Lin Ming, Class 1 of Drama and Film Director Major. The filming cost was 200 million, and while paying back the cost, I made more than 100 million in share. When the result was announced, no one could laugh anymore. The students in the audience blushed and were ashamed. They can't do such a result. This is definitely beyond most people. Let you laugh at me. Lin Ming sat under the stage, full of ambition. He was also very excited when he saw that it was his own movie. The first one to play will definitely be the most popular. Although the students in other classes won the Blue Star Film Festival awards, those films did not make money, so to him, they were equivalent to certificates of merit. Nothing but good looks. The only thing he admired was Han Moing. It is also the point that fascinates him the most. If you can marry her, you will definitely improve your career. But look at her taste. Whispering with a little boy, where's he better than me? Every time he looks at it, he feels overwhelmed. Even though he had warned Lu Bai before, the other party didn't seem to take his words to heart at all. Chapter 87. I can't move. Han Moing, but I can't hold you. Lu Bai, be careful tonight. Hand over this report card. All the students fell silent. Even the big directors who have been famous for a long time are quite admired. The rhythm is very good, the camera is professional, and it is a good seed. Yeah, maybe next time he can try a commercial movie. The audience of this film is obviously not those of us, but I have to say that it is qualified and excellent as a commercial film. I remember that I wanted to earn 100 million, and it was 6 or 7 years after graduation. Yeah, young people are getting stronger now. Sun Shengaiyu was also very satisfied with the audience's reaction. But what is this? Just an appetizer. The real hard work is yet to come. Chapter 111. Please come on stage in person and tell everyone about your work. Under the roll call of the counselor, Lin Ming, after finishing the newly purchased high-end custom-made suit, she calmly stepped onto the stage. After making a speech, he walked down with a medal in his hand. He glanced at Lu Bai coldly. Han Moing also noticed this look, but she didn't say anything. It's just that his face is slightly cold. Lu Bai also saw it, and nodded kindly to Lin Ming. I'm still used to your rebellious expression, chasing me and calling me boss. I don't get used to it. Please keep it up in the future. Lu Bai secretly smiled a few words, but there was a private message from the mobile phone about the relationship between the two stations. Boss, as your fan, I didn't disappoint you, did I? Followed by, it was a photo of Lin Ming holding a medal and standing on the stage. It must have been taken by someone else. Lu Bai glanced at it, then turned around with a smile on his face. Seeing Lin Ming complacently facing the phone, he seemed to be waiting for a reply, a face full of pride and complacency but pretending to be humble. And then, Lin Ming raised his head after sending the message. Then he saw Lu Bai smiling at him. Little boy, what do you see your father doing, at your level? Are you worthy of sitting with me in the award-receiving seat? He sneered and turned his head away contemptuously. Lu Bai saw this. It is also helpless to go back. Kobayashi, later, the boss you often shout about will be on stage, so remember to be happy. The awards ceremony is still going on. Sun Shengaiyu selected students from other classes, all of whom were winners of film festival awards. They are very strong, and their works are extremely solid. It has attracted the envy and praise of countless people. The school has such a character, it's amazing, and there are still two at once. This is really the future. Although that Lin Ming's work can make money, it's not on the same level at all. Yes, although I admit that Lin Ming is very strong, I just can't stand it for a minute. I'm still thin-skinned, and I'm ashamed to look at it for a second. Not only the students gave good comments, but also the bosses were amazed. Many directors who have been around for many years, although they have some achievements, are not enough to watch in the major film festivals of Blue Star. If you can comment, you have to post a Weibo to show off. But the two juniors have already won the grand prize. This talent gap is more than a little bit. No wonder the dean arranges such a party. Yes, if these two pearls are not displayed in front of the public, they will probably be buried. After all, this society is profit-seeking, and awards are just a piece of useless paper in the eyes of capital. I fell in love with these two people. After the ceremony, I will invite them to join the director team, and train them to become the Blue Star directors who stand alone in the future. But the real heavyweight, Teacher Sun, hasn't released it yet. Well, that talented girl Han Moying, I've been paying attention to her for a long time. Although I am a movie queen, I don't have a single film that exceeds, million yuan. I'm ashamed. I hope Junior Han Moying will let me join her crew. Under the expectation of a group of well-known film and television practitioners, Sun Shengaiyu began to broadcast Han Moying's resume. Douyin fans. 179 million, the highest short video playback volume. 6,500 million, the first film. Women in the Workplace had an investment of 300 million and a box office of 3,000 million. The screen flashes, every page is glorious and beautiful, especially when the scene of Goodbye X appeared on the screen. It directly made the audience boil, and when the box office results were announced, everyone was stunned. 22 billion, boom, everyone's scalp is numb. Even if this data is made public online, but it is not as shocking as seeing it with your own eyes in reality. What's even more exciting is that this person is still his classmate. It's incredible. And Han Moying also received the certificate issued by the school amidst the discussions and praises of the teachers and students in the school. The next student. He is very special. Sun Shengaiyu looked at the auditorium that had regained its calm. The originally happy expression on his face turned serious and serious at this moment. I don't think I should just play short videos like that, so I hope, students Lu Bai, please come on stage in person and tell everyone about your work. P.S. Chapter 5 today stuck here. Everyone must be dissatisfied, and when I come back from dinner, I will continue to write a chapter or two. Please use the free Power Generation with Love. Chapter 112. Aren't you, Lu Bai, the only screenwriter? I know someone even better. His name is also. As soon as Sun Shengaiyu finished speaking, the audience was stunned. Even Dean Chen couldn't figure it out. When did you arrange such a link? I do not know how. Who is Lu Bai? Who gave him such a big face? The dean frowned and picked up the list of director majors, and looked at it at a glance. It was even more incredible. Who is he? Why didn't I see his name? Shady. Dean Chen patiently picked up the list again and the whole person froze. Lu Bai's name directly ranks first in the drama and film director major, and Dean Chen looked at the column of his works. His whole scalp was numb. It seems that the blood in the whole body is sprayed to the brain in an instant. He stood up abruptly and looked at Sun Shengaiyu dumbfounded. What the hell? Good boy, are you playing dirty? There is such a number one person in our school. Why didn't you report to me when you were in the office? I told you not to speak. So you stopped talking. Dean Chen was completely shocked. He really wasn't mentally prepared at all. The other counselors were also baffled when they saw such a big reaction from the dean. Dean Chen, what's the matter? Is there something urgent? Chapter 88. Dean Chen came back to his senses, and nodded in a daze. Yes, hurry, I want to see Lu Bai right now, he is my direct disciple. Behind the teacher's seat are the big names who were invited. They heard the name, also did not respond for a while. Who is Lu Bai? I seem to have an impression, I've heard of a man named Lu Bai, but it's impossible. Lu Bai? Isn't he the one who filmed Transformers? I'm impressed. But such a great commercial director, don't tell me he's a student. Several people laughed out loud. They all found it impossible. Only Lin Ming had already started to become suspicious. Why did Lu Bai turn around and smile at me before? Is he crazy? Why is the teacher calling him to come on stage now? Is the teacher crazy too? Why is he on stage? Isn't it just a screenwriter? The screenwriters I know are even better. Still a great director, also called Lu Bai. On horseback. I do not believe. In the auditorium, there were voices discussing Lu Bai everywhere. They were all curious about which student had such an honor. It was Han Moying, with the corners of her mouth slightly raised. It's full of ostentation. Director Lu Bai. Lu Bai smiled wryly after hearing this. Actually, I didn't know there was such a link. Han Moying raised her chin. The teacher is calling you. Lu Bai sighed and stood up. Immediately heard the sound of loud cheers around. Junior brother Lu. Newbie, Father Lu, take me to pretend and fly. Lu Bai's family and friends are here. We call for you. In the guest group, there was a monkey-like sound among the celebrities who maintained their dignity. They seemed unusually abrupt. Lu Bai heard the reputation and looked over. The embarrassment on his face became more serious. That group of people, they are his good brothers, Chen Renquen and others. He is also a shareholder of Earth Films. They were originally excellent graduates majoring in drama, film and television, and then boarded the big boat of Lu Bai. Their status is not what it used to be. Sit directly behind Sun Shengaiyu's seat. At the same time, they are also Sun Shengai students, was invited to be there. Totally expected. Lu Bai also heard them talking about the news, so he naturally knew it long ago, but now their enthusiastic attitude directly made Lu Bai even more ashamed. He originally thought that it would be a formality to accept an award on stage. Who knew there would be an in-person speaking session? Moreover, several shareholders in the company are still so unstable. How embarrassing to spread it. Unlike Han Moying, who is a reserved beauty, learn more from others. From the stage to the stage, this section of the road is only a dozen meters, but under the gaze of all the students, Lu Bai seemed to have walked a few kilometers. Sweat dripped from his forehead. As for Lin Ming in the audience, he looked at Lu Bai, who walked to the center of the stage. The eyes went from disdain at the beginning, to disbelief, to complicated, and finally to denial. I don't know how many mental journeys I have gone through at this time. Lu Bai, standing under the spotlight, the microphone has already been picked up. Chapter 113. I am a rookie director, and my work is Iron Man. Hi everyone, my name is Lu Bai. Lu Bai just opened his mouth. The whole place went quiet. This is out of politeness, but also because of unfamiliarity with him. They are all curious about his identity, even more special than 22 billion female directors. I'm teacher Sun Shengai student, from class 1. These words. Let Sun Shengai feel honored. You really deserve to be your own good student on such a big occasion. Say this publicly. It's so cute. Lu Bai continued. Actually, I was also very surprised, because I didn't inform you that I was going to speak on stage, so I wasn't prepared either. These words made the audience smile knowingly. Really, this is definitely an alternative arrangement. It is no wonder that the audience will feel puzzled. After all, there is no such arrangement in the process. But when Lu Bai said the next words, no one could laugh. Lu Bai didn't show off, and said directly, my identity is a new director. The first film I tried to record was called Iron Man. Boom. The voice just fell. The audience was dead silent. All the students in the audience had dull expressions on their faces. Only the dilated pupils showed their shock. As for the teachers in the first row, several people suddenly stood up. Is this horse riding real? Dean Chen's actions were not exaggerated because he hasn't sat down since he read the above list. Hearing Lu Bai's own confession now is even more deafening. The guests behind the dean also stood up abruptly after a second or two of adaptation. The chair rattled. His eyes were fixed on the handsome young man on the stage. What was he talking about just now? He said he was the director of Iron Man. Is this horse riding a film made by a student who hasn't graduated yet? The stage was dead silent. It seemed that no one had recovered from the shock. The brain short-circuited one after another. Only Chen Renquen and others shouted excitedly with Yurangayan. Lu Bai looked at the brothers in the monkey show. After a wry smile and a sigh, report your achievements. Iron Man, box office 33 billion. He spoke calmly but set off a fierce storm in the audience. At this time, all students regained their ability to think, An astonishing noise erupted. Fuck, depend on, what? He's the director of Iron Man. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 89. Is this really my senior? How dare I believe this? I'm the first batch of people who follow the Up Master. I said, why the name is so familiar. I cannot believe it. My first reaction was the same name and surname. I didn't expect it to be me. Those in the audience who were not familiar with Lu Bai were just shocked, and Lu Bai's classmates, it is panic. They never thought. The classmate next to me is actually a big director with a box office of 33 billion, directly lead the trend of science fiction films in Qinzhou. These results directly caught their eyeballs. Lu Bai's former roommates screamed one after another, it's like going crazy. I do not believe. The roommate who shared the same room at the beginning has become a billionaire boss. What a dreamlike scene this is. And also, when you stepped in the horse, you said you were shooting heroic themes. You mean Iron Man? Isn't it an anti-Japanese drama that is riding a horse? Thinking of this, the three roommates burst into tears. Regret why I was so stupid at the beginning, instead of hugging the big brother's thigh. I insisted on making a movie by myself. Do you still have leg hair for me to hug? But for Lin Ming, but it shattered the three views. His face was full of horror, staring at Lu Bai on the stage. The speculation just now, to refuse to believe it, and now it has become a fact. While his heart was full of mixed feelings, it also set off a stormy sea. How could he be the director of Iron Man? How could he? For a while, Lin Ming's pupils were sour, and he died on the spot, as soon as he thought. Every time I send a private message on the beep station, I call Lu Bai the boss. Lu Bai saw that flattering expression. He was so ashamed. He also deceived himself into thinking that they had the same name and surname, but reality slapped him in the face, which made him feel that his soul was torn apart, and his heart ached. Just half an hour ago, he even sent a private message to Lu Bai. Lu Bai turned around and smiled at him. Thinking of this, there's only a burning sensation on the face. I just feel ashamed. Originally, he had made up his mind to show Lu Bai some color, but this status suddenly reversed. It's a world of difference. If you dare to touch Lu Bai, those rich second generations in the group will not let him go. Figure this out. Lin Ming wanted to cry but had no tears. I can't wait to find a seam in the ground and get in. Barrett in the gym. P.S. Today's chapter 7, 5-star praise. Good night. Chapter 114 movie class. Completely crazy. All the guests are stupid. At the awards show after Lu Bai said that he filmed Iron Man, there was a sensation. Those well-known industry insiders who were invited, there were still some pretensions, but now they are completely shattered. Who dares to say, it can be bigger than a 33 billion big director? And, they knew that with this movie alone, Lu Bai made a net profit of more than 10 billion. Everyone in the audience is more vain than cash. The next film belongs to investment shooting. Lu Bai waited for a while. The uproar in the audience still didn't calm down. He didn't want to stand on stage all the time, regardless of the commotion below. He said, the title of the play is Goodbye to the X. And the production company is Earth Films. In the end, I got 6 million shares. This sentence let the already boisterous audience boil again. The film of Han Moying was filmed by Lu Bai. What kind of gaze? I've watched this movie several times. And Lu Bai's name is listed in the screenwriter column. No wonder. Thinking about it this way, movie class 1 is really scary. If you want to talk about a real monster, there's only Lu Bai. This is too much money. Don't forget, Earth Films has just released a film. Fuck. In the discussion of the audience below, it seems that an extremely strong storm is brewing. Lin Ming's emotions that had already calmed down instantly turned to his head again. The whole person froze in place, his face full of horror. Yup, Lamborghini, Transformers, they're all works of Lu Bai. I ride a horse. Is there really such a gap between people? Even if his father came, he had to kneel. This moment, all his pride and confidence, instantly destroyed. Looking at Lu Bai under the spotlight, it was as dazzling as the sun. At the guest table, he gasped for air one after another, even in the hot May. I still feel chills all over my body. His eyes were full of fear and panic. It seems that I dare not listen to the next words. The second film I directed was called Transformers. Lu Bai spoke calmly. The arena was completely dead silent. Everyone's heart trembled. I don't know what words to use to express the shock in my heart, but even so, They can also feel that their mentality is exploding. For this video, everyone in the audience is very familiar with it. In the movie, not only tanks are blown. Chapter 90. Fry the airliner, also borrowed fighter jets, reconnaissance planes. Even at the end of the film, an aircraft carrier group appeared. What kind of card is this? And the final result is to enter the top 10 in Qinzhou film history, top 100 Blue Star movies in history. This year's box office champion has been locked. The film was lucky to say it exceeded my expectations. Lu Bai spoke truthfully. He also told his results. The box office is 53 billion. Afterwards, he bowed politely. I have finished my report. Thank you everyone. But the audience was sensational one after another. Many people's chairs moved. It seems that I can't sit still. After several seconds of silence, a wave of restlessness erupted out of a slump. In an instant, the audience seems to be fully recovered. Everyone was emotional, even full of fanaticism. Idol, newbie, senior, please get to know me. I love Iron Man so much. Transformers. Dick, senior Xiaomi, what a talent. The idol is by my side. Damn. Not only did the audience come back to their senses, Lu Bai's classmates also became completely fanatical, originally unbelievable, and complicated in my heart. At this moment, I am completely overwhelmed by Lu Bai. Chapter 115 Transformers mission completed. Whether to draw rewards, movie class 1 area, let go of your reserve completely. A strong sense of identity and honor erupted, shouting at the top of my lungs, Lu Bai. I have been secretly in love with you for a long time. Me too. Go away. You are a man. I really like your work. Movie fans are here. Classmate Lu Bai, made. I can pretend to be compared with others. I'm in the same class as the great director Lu Bai. He greeted me today, and he likes me too. You are my god. Even those outstanding students who have been awarded honorary qualifications, at this moment, all incarnate fans and offer their highest respect. Compared with Lu Bai, they are nothing. Lin Ming trembled all over, his face flushed, the mouth is hard, but the mentality has exploded. Under the cries of so many people, he gritted his teeth. Depend on, newbie, a boss will always be a boss. Xiao, unconvinced. In the end, I let go of my reserve. Shout harder, he's my brother, we are connected to each other with beep. Do you understand? I have always supported his cause. I've been a fan for 10 years, still a classmate. I will buy Lamborghini when it comes out. Lin Ming shouted at the people beside him. Regardless of whether they recognized them or not, vanity triumphed over shame. Desperately compare with the people next to you. Big guy, is Lamborghini really going to market? Can I touch it then? The people next to him were also extremely excited on the topic of Lu Bai. They chatted wildly. Only the guest area was silenced on top. Whether it's the invited celebrities, or the seniors who graduated from this school, they are all terrified. 2 films, with tens of billions of directors. What kind of genius is this? I've already doubted. Do we still need to give outstanding students a future? I want Lu Bai to come to our company. Is it possible? Dream. This is not to pave the way for students, but to show off to us. True Nima is strong. Why didn't I discover such a talent earlier? If I signed him earlier, as the director of the company, wouldn't I be able to sit back and relax? The guest area is a mixed bag. The actors were even more excited. I can't wait to run to the stage immediately and get to know each other. They want a good character so badly. If such a purely commercial film can participate in it, it will definitely explode at the box office. Together with their worth, it will also rise with the tide. At this moment, Lu Bai became the most worthy of curry favor in their eyes. Junior, be sure to consider senior brothers and sisters. We are free. The audience was extremely sensational. Dean Chen is also very honored. A director of tens of billions came out of their academy. Such a publicity stunt. Don't be too arrogant. And, he hasn't graduated yet. Maybe I can make another film before graduation. That's it. Senior year is not the end, but the beginning. Give him a postgraduate recommendation immediately. Dean Chen was very excited. I made a good plan in my heart. It doesn't matter whether Lu Bai comes to class or not, as long as he has a title. Even if you come to the school to be a nominal teaching assistant, it is the halo of the film academy. This time, Qinzhou University of the Arts, honor the Academy of Film. Thank you Lu Bai for your report. We applaud and encourage you. Sun Shengai also walked out in a blissful manner. Chapter 91. After exchanging pleasantries with Lu Bai, a certificate of award was issued and Lu Bai thanked the teacher, and when he returned to his seat, He also attracted congratulations from many students. Lu Bai's not used to such occasions, so he can only thank them one by one. He never thought in his life that he would be able to sign autographs for others one day. I'm so tired. After Lu Bai had finished dealing with his enthusiastic classmates, just sat down. In my mind, there was an incomparably beautiful sound of nature. Let Lu Bai's tired heart instantly become agile. The task of shooting the movie Transformers is completed. Total box office: 53 billion. Social attention: excellent, is the item extracted from the movie. Lu Bai's eyes lit up. The reward finally came. Chapter 116. As a postgraduate tutor, there is a reason why the dean will end in person. When Lu Bai heard the system broadcast, his whole body was refreshed instantly. I also understand that the box office of the movie has arrived. He picked up his phone and saw that it was 17 billion after tax. Theaters took 57%, major distributors took 10%, and Lu Bai took 33%. Every time Lu Bai looked at it, his heart ached. The theaters take away such a high proportion just for showing movies. But want to build your own movie theater? And in operation. There is number 500 billion that can't be played. You can only complete the 3 film tasks of the system quickly, and then you can choose your own script, and then many films will bloom. Complete the primitive accumulation of capital as soon as possible. Build your own cinema. Lu Bai let out more breath slowly. Situations are stronger than people. He can only abide by this concession, and when Lu Bai really establishes a theater chain, in order to pay back the cost, will he also charge a percentage of the market share? Also take 50.00% of other people's videos? This is another question. The Dragon Slayer will eventually become a dragon, but fortunately, you can still eat more of your own film profits. But if the theaters are not paved enough, it still needs to go to other people's theaters, otherwise it won't be able to eat. Such a big market dilemma. That kind of thing is too far away. Don't think about it for now. Lu Bai shook his head. In any case, it still needs to establish its own theater chain after all. When the time comes, the firepower will be fully fired. Several films were filmed at the same time. Your own cinema can eat more profits. Do you want to draw rewards? The system beeps again. It brought back Lu Bai's thoughts. Is this still worth thinking about? Draw rewards. Ding. Rewards are being drawn. Successful extraction. Reward: Cybertron Life. Bumblebee. Lu Bai heard the words, immediately refreshed. The heart is even more ecstatic. He actually got the Bumblebee. Although he was mentally prepared, the film has such huge income and social attention, it is definitely safe to get Transformers. Whoever gets drawn, Lu Bai will be satisfied, but if you get a Bumblebee, that's definitely the best. To say that in this movie, the one with the deepest emotion is Bumblebee. Even after many years, I can't remember the names of other characters. But Bumblebee has always been impressive. Now it's a dream come true. Do you want to receive it now? These words let Lu Bai recover from the ecstasy. Immediately replied, not receiving it yet. Joke. The scene is full of people. Suddenly a car came out by airborne. Wouldn't it explode? Sun Shengyu, as a representative of the film profession, after introducing the students in the class, he also stepped off the stage and was replaced by other counselors. Lu Bai went over to say hello. I have to deal with something urgent and want to leave early. Bumblebee was waiting for him. Lu Bai couldn't stay there for a second. Okay, then you have to pay attention to safety on the road. Sun Shengyu nodded. Now he is not an ordinary student. If anything happens, it's basically a big deal. Naturally, we can't delay others, and even if Lu Bai wants to leave, he still has to say something to his teacher. This is too much face. Make other counselors envious. Is it classmate Lu Bai? I am the dean of the Academy of Film, Chen Xianmin. Dean Chen said kindly. I've watched all of your films. Great work. The Academy is proud to have you. Lu Bai greeted respectfully. Hi, Dean. I dare not take it. It's because the Academy has trained it well. Dean Chen is happier and feels more useful. This kid is great, humble and talented. It seems that I can still use my residual heat, is such that we agree that you still have a lot of potential to tap. I hope you can stay in school for graduate school. Of course, the tuition is free. And there are scholarships every year, and the time is free, let alone go to class, and don't have to listen to the teacher's summons. The school will also considerately provide you with a separate residence, and no one will disturb you. Lu Bai understood, inexplicably amused. In order to win him over, the school is willing to let go of the conditions. Not even class, no teacher. Is this called a graduate student? Study a ghost. But Lu Bai didn't mind this anyway. I won't delay myself. Just put your name on the school. Being a promotional signboard for the college can be regarded as a contribution, since the dean recognizes my ability. I am willing to pursue further studies, Lu Bai said respectfully. The dean was elated after hearing this. I just feel that this student is too sensible. Chapter 92. He held Lu Bai's hand kindly. In that case, it's okay for me to be your tutor, right? Sun Shengai was dumbfounded. No problem, this is so problematic. Even if it is a doctoral supervisor after 2 levels, there is no reason for the dean to personally end it. Now a postgraduate tutor, you have to rub it hard. You are a disrespectful thing. Sun Shengai, request to play. Chapter 117. Bumblebee's car model is actually Lu Bai. Bumblebee, transform. Even Lu Bai was stunned for several seconds when he heard this. Let the dean be my mentor. This is completely inappropriate, right? There is no such precedent. But when he saw Dean Chen's earnest gaze, he could only feel helpless on the mouth. He said, I listened to the arrangement of the dean. Ha 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 ha. Dean Chen Xianmen was overjoyed. Now he really became my personal disciple. In the future, I will have the capital to brag with those old guys. Good. I read you right. When you were a freshman, I saw that you had great potential. Now that you have become my student, you have fulfilled a wish. Lu Bai listened. I was speechless. I just felt nonsense. The only time he met the dean was at the opening ceremony of the freshman year. There are so many people and the distance is far away. What a ghost. He could only nod in agreement. At least you can't spoil the old man's elegance. Only Sun Shengai had weird eyes leaning at Dean Chen's eyes. There was somewhat disdain. What can you teach him? Don't hand over the officialdom to him. Thank God this is the ability to steal students. Even the headmaster would cry when he saw it. Dean Chen exchanged a few words with Lu Bai. After finalizing this matter, he happily watched Lu Bai leave. Then, Dean Chen explained to Sun Shengai kindly, now send me the number of classmate Han Moying. When I held the opening ceremony for them, I immediately fell in love with these 2 people. They are like dragons and phoenixes. I have to teach them both and learn my essence of photography experience. Sun Shengai smiled. I was so angry that I almost scolded my mother. Well, you old bastard even want to grab this. Do you want Lin Ming's crooked mouth Dragon King? But in the end, Sun Shengai could only accept it. Who made him just a college counselor, not qualified to lead graduate students at all. CAO, I want a promotion. Lu Bai left the school, and was surrounded by many students enthusiastically on the way. For this behavior, he was helpless and in a trance. I am not a celebrity, so there is really no need to do this. I'm really sorry, I have something urgent to deal with. Lu Bai refused to sign, got into a taxi, and rushed to the villa. When he returned to his spacious home, he couldn't wait to shout, System, get the reward. Ding. Rewards issued successfully. The residential space has been detected, and it has been issued to the warehouse for you. Is the system Zhang Wei? Every time it appears, it is in the toilet. Lu Bai complained in his heart, but he was still satisfied with the arrangement of the system. Not only safe, but more private. Crash. The warehouse door is a lifting iron door. After Lu Bai entered the password, he rose slowly, and the vibration of the metal was vividly felt in his ears. But Lu Bai couldn't wait. When the gate was only halfway up, he got in. Then I was completely shocked by the scene in front of me, because in front of you, not a toy robot, but a golden car, a sports car. That's a Lamborghini. After Lu Bai saw it, he was in a trance for a moment. Subsequently, it is the emergence of ecstasy. I didn't expect the system to be so conscientious. Send over all the vehicles he tampered with. Do not forget, this Lamborghini was added by him privately. It can actually be visualized. The system is awesome. A fully automatic driving energy block fuel sports car. No misuse, no accidents. It's absolutely perfect. Lu Bai was extremely excited. Looked around. Lamborghini, love it even more. This is more than the cow ratio of the earth. And this reward given by the system is more than that. Bumblebee. Lu Bai quickly calmed down his agitated mood, and shouted excitedly, Transform. Chapter 118. Bumblebee, let's hit the road. Bumblebee, transform. As Lu Bai's voice fell, the car in front of him suddenly burst into the sound of metal friction. Every auto part is suddenly skyrocketing. Next up, then suddenly shrink, close, transform. That frustrating feeling of one click after another was like beating on Lu Bai's heart. Every second made Lu Bai emotional. Quickly, before Lu Bai's eyes, a huge mechanical life appeared. The pupils are round and look innocent, and his shape is even more eye-catching. There are 2 rear-view mirrors on his forehead, like the antennae of a wasp. The 2 doors are like wings, raised on the shoulders. The 2 tires hang behind the shoulders, and the headlight is on the chest. This unique shape instantly won Lu Bai's heart. Chapter 93. Such mechanical technology, it's just too cool. Even more mechanical beauty than Iron Man. Hello, Master. I am your loyal servant, Bumblebee, never betray you. Then, the Bumblebee has spoken. The voice is gentle and respectful. When Lu Bai heard it, he was even happier. This is actually the image of the Bumblebee at the end of the movie. Voice restoration version system atmosphere. It's a pleasure to have you join our family. Lu Bai couldn't hide his excitement. Then he pointed to Iron Man on the black floor, and introduced, he is the controller of Mark III, Jarvis, and a family member. The blue light in front of Iron Man's eyes became brighter. With a gentlemanly voice, Jarvis said, I'm Jarvis. Nice to meet you. Bumblebee turned around and nodded. Hi, I'm Bumblebee, Jarvis said. I watched your movie, and your ability is good, thank you. Bumblebee nodded. It can be seen that he knows how he got here. There will be no thoughts of questioning and asking. Lu Bai's will is the instruction he needs to resolutely complete. But Lu Bai heard them talking, but on a whim, inexplicably curious and impatient. If Jarvis manipulated Iron Man into a fight with Bumblebee, who would win? But this idea was quickly stopped. Lu Bai couldn't afford the cost of this fight. He has no maintenance tools at all, and if Iron Man fights, it needs to consume a huge amount of energy. If Jarvis can't end the battle quickly, he may end up buried in the soil. That is, in terms of a protracted war, Jarvis will undoubtedly lose. System. If Lu Bai just wanted to say whether the warranty is guaranteed or not, the system choked directly. Put away your boring thoughts. I will not participate in the maintenance of internal fighting after it's out of play. But Lu Bai is still keenly aware of key words. Will not participate in the maintenance of internal fighting. Does that mean that the battle damage can be maintained? If the host's life is threatened and the items are damaged, you can spend money to repair it. Understood? Money is everything. The system can't resist the corruption of money. What could threaten my life and cause Iron Man or Transformers to be destroyed? System, don't insert flag, Lu Bai complained, and refocused his attention on Bumblebee. That golden color scheme is simply eye-catching, cool and tall, 5 meters tall, almost reaching the ceiling of the warehouse when Lu Bai was on Earth. I once had doubts about the height in the Transformers movie. Why can a car become such a tall mechanical life? Eventually he gave up to the question, is the movie setting, or alien life just like the Avengers, as long as it is unreasonable? It is a parallel universe. It's impolite to ask again. Bumblebee, turn back into a car, let's hit the road. Lu Bai was in high spirits, and said Chapter 119 Lamborghini takes to the streets and explodes all over the internet. Okay, master. Bumblebee's very obedient. After a while of transformation, it turned back into a low-slung beast of a car. The front of the shark mouth is as sharp as a blade. You can call me Mr. 2, it will be more pleasing to the ear. Lu Bai smiled and opened the scissor door. This is the first time he has actually sat in a Lamborghini. What I sat on before was just movie props, so it didn't count at all as far as Lu Bai knows. The car he's sitting on now is a Lamborghini Aventador, one of the big cows commonly known by people on the earth, and Lamborghini has several models. The most commonly used is still to distinguish with. Maverick is an ordinary door, and Downey is a scissor door. Mavericks have 10 cylinders, and large cattle have 12 cylinders. The calf is wide and short, and the big one is thin and long, and it's also reflected in the price. Mavericks basically started with more than 500 million, while Daniel started with more than 700 million. Okay sir, Bumblebee replied. And the cool headlights lit up instantly, let the warehouse more gorgeous. Then, the engine roared like a roaring beast. The thick and powerful tires rolled across the floor and rolled towards the gate of the villa. With roars, they charged into the silent night. My God. What is that? Is this a car? When did such a car come out on the market? Isn't this the Lamborghini from Transformers? Fuck. Is it really made? In the villa area, people saw the car that bombed the street. All showed a look of shock, especially those who have seen the movie. It is the first time to recognize it. You can't go wrong with that low and wild model. Is the real car so cool? I just wanted to take a picture. It's driving so fast, I didn't even have time to record the video. Under the shocked eyes of passers-by, the Lamborghini went away in an instant, leaving only a blood-red taillight behind. But soon, the taillights were gone. This time on the street, it was far more sensational than Lu Bai imagined. You can't keep a low profile at all. The beast-like roar out of the cage is shocking. While listening to the blood boil, there is also a palpitation feeling of being stared at by a ferocious steel beast. Passers-by looked sideways to avoid it. It seems that it is not the time to go out this time. I'm still over the top. Lu Bai was also a little bitter. I didn't expect it to cause such a big sensation. If you drive on the road at night, everyone will not want to sleep. Chapter 94. It's kind of immoral, but riding a sports car is cool. It's not about physical pleasure, but inner satisfaction. He has seen countless luxury cars on Earth, but none of them belong to him now that this vanity and curiosity are satisfied. In fact, that's it. Ahead, red light, the Hornet drives automatically, and the vehicle stops slowly at 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. There were many passers-by. There are also a few cars parked and waiting to pass. After the traffic light, just turn around and go back. The new script will be released soon. While Lu Bai was waiting for the traffic light, he only looked at his phone for a while, but it caused a huge shock in the outside world. Passers-by were shocked when they saw this car. The car models in the movie actually appeared in reality. To know, in Qinzhou, there are quite a few people who have watched Transformers. Even if you haven't seen it, you are easily convinced by such a model. Can't help but want to take pictures and video. When they posted it online, it completely exploded on the internet. All netizens, excited. Insomnia. Chapter 120. The sports car company panicked and regretted it. The videos of Lamborghini on the road caused a sensation on the internet. That golden body is extremely dazzling even at night, especially the beast. Like roar of the engine resounded through the entire street. I rely on Lamborghini on the road. Has mass production been achieved? It's so cool to ride a horse. It looks too fierce. You can tell you can't afford it just by looking at it. Other sports car manufacturers probably regret it. Every netizen who sees Lamborghini, all very shocked and excited. The smooth body is simply irresistible charm. No matter men or women, they are all eye-catching. It's so cool. The number of likes and hearts rose wildly, and the amount of forwarding was even more amazing. Aroused the enthusiasm of many car fans. Same, as netizens said. Sports car companies were completely panicked when they saw the video on the internet. Really do it. Listen to the sound of this engine. The number of cylinders is not low. In Blue Star, is it necessary to pursue such horsepower? This moment, the intestines of all major sports car companies are regretful. I regret that I didn't agree to cooperate and sponsor at the beginning. If I could realize that Transformers is full of blue stars, then while their sales are increasing sharply, it can also be of great help to the company's popularity. But now, they have cultivated a strong competitor by mistake. In appearance, no sports car dares to touch porcelain at all, even if they released a concept model before. It is useless at all. Which company can't do CG, but it's the ability to make real cars and mass produce them. But now, Lamborghini has hit the road. There is no room for them to react. At this moment, all sports car manufacturers feel a serious crisis. What do you think the positioning of this car is? What is the market price? All major sports car companies have held emergency meetings, discussing endlessly. Currently the price of sports cars on the market is between 50 and 100 million. I think this car, together with the limelight in the movie, is definitely in the millions. The positioning should be young people at the rich second-generation level, priced at more than 1 million, not our direct competitors. Yes, looking at Earth films. It is estimated that the sports car market with hundreds of thousands is not considered, so we can rest assured. The rest of the higher-ups had no choice but to comfort themselves in this way. What else can we do? I can only try to feel at ease, and don't make things difficult for myself at the current level. It is difficult to innovate at all. The most uncomfortable thing is the sports car company that is close to the $1 million level. Lamborghini had a real impact on them. With that money, you might as well buy a Lamborghini. As you can imagine, most sports car companies will stay up all night. Lin Ming left from the party. When I got home, I was still in a daze he could not have imagined. The boss who has been trying so hard to lick is actually a classmate. This was a huge blow to his self-confidence, or, he had thought of this possibility before. But he just refused to admit it. After all, the identity gap between the two is too great. But when these two identities merged into one, the impact on Lin Ming would be hard for him to recover from. What makes him even more chilling is that, he used to be with his dog legs, but now they are consciously or unintentionally alienating themselves. I'm afraid it will attract Lu Bai's hostility. This made Lin Ming sneer. It's as if you've drawn a clear line with me, and Lu Bai will want you trash. Simply short-sighted. Cursing secretly, he was extremely tired in the end, just wanted to join the group to relax. But it's extremely embarrassing for myself because, in the rich second-generation group, all kinds of Lamborghini photos and videos. Swipe 999 plus chapter 121. Lin Ming, in fact, I've been hiding it from you. He and I are like brothers. Boys, Lamborghini's on the road. I'm just waiting for the listing to buy. Everyone, don't grab me. I have prepared 200 million, and I must build one. Damn, it's impossible to be so expensive. You are a beast. It doesn't matter. I will buy it no matter how expensive it is. I just made more than 1,000 million yuan in the stock market, and I can accept no matter how expensive it is. The group was very noisy. All the rich second generations were extremely excited. It seems like I can get the car tomorrow. Only Lin Ming wanted to cry but had no tears. Still immersed in an unacceptable atmosphere. My boss has become a rival in love. Fuck it. Do I still buy this car? Impossible. Absolutely impossible. I only like cars. What is a woman? Don't bother me. Lin Ming looked at the large Iron Man figure in the room. Chapter 95. It seems that at this moment, he regained his sober self. Yup. It's not like I can't live without a woman, but without Iron Man, Transformers, even Lamborghini, my life is incomplete. Han Moing is an idiot. Can she be compared to my dream? Lu Bai is my eldest brother. You are lucky to be next to my elder brother. Everyone, let me tell you a shocking news. Thinking of this, Lin Ming gritted his teeth. Immediately sent a message in the group. I announced something. The dream has become reality. The group of friends saw Lin Ming's speech, but he scoffed. If you're going to say Lamborghini, you don't have to. Yeah, the news is all over the internet. It's really handsome, Jill. I'm a woman. And I want to sit in the passenger seat. Lin Ming saw the doubts from the group of friends, but with a sneer, wipe away the tears from the corners of my eyes that are called lovelorn. Hope rekindled. No, actually, I've been hiding it from you. The Lu Bai you all know is my classmate. The voice just fell. The group chat exploded. Even those second-generation gods and riches who dive into the screen, it was also blown out. Are you kidding? Is the news authentic? I do not believe. Transformers was filmed by your classmate. What do you say, Lamborghini? Did college students make these? It's really possible to ride a horse. When the group of friends is boiling, Lin Ming said something that no one could refute. Otherwise, how do you explain why I always have first-hand information? Because you and I are brothers and sisters. Lin Ming smiled and wept at this moment. She completely lost her mind about Han Moing. He even secretly scolded himself for being cheap. The damned vanity. I'm all broken in love, and I still have to pretend to be this. Fuck, it's so cool. The crowd became even more sensational. Doubts and exclamations arose. Fortunately, Lin Ming had conclusive evidence. From the class group, he reposted a few photos of Lu Bai accepting the award on stage, and a clip of Transformers was playing on the screen behind him. Even more speechless, it was the video of Lu Bai giving a speech on stage. The words that came out of his mouth were completely earth-shattering. Fuck, maid, it's really classmate Lin Ming. I'm mad. They're all college students. What a gap. 10 billion directors before graduation, and it's an independent production. This is the real rich second generation. Bullshit rich second generation. This horse will directly become richer generation. This cash flow. My parents will cry when they see it. Absolute boss. Fuck, give me the contact information. I want to hang out with him. The group news exploded. Lin Ming's deep wounds were also completely healed by this rainbow fart. Seeing the reaction of this group of real gods and rich second generations, he is also full of vanity, also resigned to fate. Even if they are so fanatical, he is not considered a Tauran, is he? Speak the truth. Lin Ming, didn't seem to have really offended him, did I? And in the private message of the station, my attitude has always been very good. Thinking of this, Lin Ming was suddenly extremely happy. Not everyone is qualified to hold thighs. People need to know how to advance and retreat in order to make a fortune. There is no way to do business without being wronged, without making choices, without asking for help. He and Lu Bai are classmates. The relationship is still pure. And there is no need for such humbleness at all. Maybe just admit my mistake and I can keep licking. After all, I am a 10-year-old fan of Lu Bai, and I am the first batch of people to pay attention. As for classmate Han Moing, what's the use of women? Brothers are like brothers. Who dares to think about my sister-in-law? I can't kill him. I'm going to apologize to my brother now. Today's internet, not only Lamborghini is on the hot search, under the fermentation of time, the video of Lu Bai's speech on stage also caused a sensation on the internet, strongly occupy the #1 hot search list. The 22-year-old director of tens of billions directly blew up the internet. Chapter 122 Lu Bai's on fire. Occupying the top 10 hot searches, during Lu Bai's test drive time, an extremely raging storm has already been brewing on the internet. The manuscripts written by major media were sent to the internet one after another, causing a huge upsurge. Shocked. The director of Transformers hasn't graduated from college yet. The screenwriter and director of Iron Man actually looks like this. The behind-the-scenes boss of Earth Films is actually a student. Qinzhou Film Academy. There is a student against the sky, and the work Transformers. The sports car that appeared in Transformers actually came from a student. Various news reports poured in, flooded in Weibo, Douyin, and Beep. There are also many videos of Lu Bai speaking on stage moment, on the hot search lists on all major platforms. The top few were directly dominated by Lu Bai, director Lu Bai, Transformers screenwriter Iron Man, director Lamborghini, creator Lamborghini on the road, director Lu Bai so handsome. If you are listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means it was downloaded and re-uploaded without effort. We warmly invite you to visit our channel, Fanfic World. There you will find the original version of this story and many other novels of various genres. We look forward to seeing you dive into a world of incredible novels. Chapter 96. Qinzhou Film Academy. Lu Bai. For a time, netizens gathered around and were so shocked that their scalps went numb. Oh my god, this guy is so strong, so young, I want to apply to the film school, he's so handsome. The directors of my two favorite sci-fi movies are actually the same age as my son. I'm already angry. Does he have a girlfriend? It's so cool. I'm going to the film academy to squat him. Compared to idols, they look good looking, but their abilities may be vastly different. Don't get involved with idols. Hot searches from 8 o'clock to the next morning, but the heat is still unabated. But Lu Bai, the person involved, just woke up slowly from the bed last night's test drive. The excitement was over, and there was no extra thought, but fully automatic driving is indeed very comfortable. Take the time to test for a driver's license. Lu Bai felt a little resentful. Last night, I forgot that I didn't have a driver's license in Blue Star. Fortunately, he lived on the outskirts of the city, where the land was sparsely populated. No one checked the car, but Lu Bai still felt guilty. He picked up his phone and saw a lot of unread messages. There is a video of Lamborghini on the road sent by Han Moying, teasing him that he left early for drag racing, and she also reported herself, and also obtained the qualification for insurance research. Congratulations, Lu Bai replied one and continued to scroll through messages under it. Not only the congratulatory message from Li Ping and from the Qinzhou Science and Technology Museum, there are also blessings from film and television prop companies. After Lu Bai browsed briefly, also boarded the beep station. After all, Han Moying said that she was popular, but it doesn't matter if you don't look at it. At first glance, the trending searches are full of his own news, and under the video he posted before, there are many more comments. Husband is so handsome. Flip my sign. Are you short of a boyfriend? I'll be punished as a son. I didn't expect you to be so young. Shoot Iron Man 2. Hurry up and make arrangements for Transformers 2 too. Will it make money? My man is awesome. For the first time, Lu Bai felt the enthusiasm from the fan circle. This made him at a loss. It seems that after reading various comments, there is no normal person, but Lu Bai also saw it. The number of fans on my own beep station has directly increased by more than 50 compared to before, reached an increase of 73. Maybe it's reached the level of accepting advertisements now, Lu Bai thought amusedly, but with his current cash flow, he really doesn't need to accept those small advertisements. But when Lu Bai opened a private message on the beep station, but saw an acquaintance sent a series of messages to myself that was Lin Ming from the film and television industry. Chapter 123. The third system task. Filming the movie Jurassic Park. Seeing Lin Ming's private message, Lu Bai was very surprised. He even felt, after Lin Ming knew his identity, he might not contact him again. Unexpectedly, after only one night, there were a lot of chat messages. Lu Bai clicked curiously, then he couldn't help but chuckled. Students. Lu Bai, withdrawn. Boss, I'm Lin Ming. I've always loved your films and your ideas. I've been paying attention to you since the first Iron Man movie. Every time you release a video, I have to promote it. I admit it's meant to show off, but I really love science fiction and mechas. I was shocked and confused when I saw you on stage to accept the award last night. I thought a lot tonight, and decided to apologize to you. I hope you will forgive my narrow-sightedness. I've always been Boss Lu Bai's fanboy, but I didn't know it was you. If you have offended you at school, please give me a chance to redeem. Lin Ming. After reading the message, Lu Bai felt embarrassed. Instead, to be honest, they have no hatred at all. Maybe he likes Han Moying. That's why he's wary of himself, but he really didn't do anything bad to himself. And if you want to say forgiveness, you can't say it. It's nothing more than children making trouble. Lu Bai only remembered Gao Qiqiang's ability to turn an enemy into a friend in Hurricane he watched before time travel, which was superior to others, and this just shows that it is better to have more friends than to have enemies. Coupled with his current status, there is really no need to get angry with him. Lu Bai hesitated for a moment, replied with a word, and went to wash up. I have to go to the company later. Chen Rangwen said in the news that the company has been open for so long. but has not held a single meeting. Maybe you can take this opportunity to report on your work in an upscale neighborhood. Lin Ming had dark circles under his eyes and his hair was disheveled. He didn't sleep all night. Coffee was drunk cup after cup. The expression is irritable and tense. The word fear is engraved in my heart. Ruined. Lu Bai really doesn't intend to forgive me. If I knew it earlier, I shouldn't be arrogant. Lin Ming was very upset. He waited all night, but there was no reply. It seems to be able to foresee a bleak future for yourself. If the fanatical rich second generation in the group found out he and Lu Bai had a feud, I don't even want to play with myself anymore. Maybe it will be completely isolated. Lin Ming didn't even realize that, before he knew it, Lu Bai's every move could already influence his fate. Boss, Lu Bai won't be really angry with me, will he? He was shocked and ashamed. Regret fills the heart, and the mind is chaotic and active. But when a ding-dong sounded, it was the special sound effect of intercorrelation. After hearing this, Lin Ming's spirits lifted. It seems that the long-awaited response has finally been received, but when he picked up his phone in a hurry, feeling suddenly nervous, fear linger in my heart. Chapter 97. Don't make fun of your own news, right? Lin Ming gritted his teeth. At least he can die clearly. But when he saw the news, he suddenly burst into tears, weeping with joy. Lu Bai said, "It's okay. They're all classmates. I don't worry about it." Very good. Whether it's polite or not, at least the relationship has the possibility of compounding. Lin Ming immediately expressed his loyalty excitedly. Boss Lu Bai, I'm looking forward to your Lamborghini with my friends. I watched the video last night. It's really cool. I have prepared a few million, and I will definitely support you when the time comes. Lu Bai takes a bath in the morning, extremely clear-headed with his eyes closed. His mind made a connection with the system. What is the third mission script? Our team can start shooting at any time. Ding. Mission, shoot a movie Jurassic Park. Lu Bai suddenly opened his eyes. What the hell? Dinosaur this time. P.S. A book friend asked me what the third film was, and the introduction said it currently chapter 4. Go to dinner and come back to continue chapter 124. Finally unlocking the optional molding task, filming the movie Jurassic Park. Startup capital. The host is responsible. You can pull investment. You can advance yourself. Reward. Props will be randomly selected in the movie, and the optional mall will be unlocked. When Lu Bai heard this, he became excited instantly. You can finally unlock the optional mall. He waited for more than half a year. All the friends who have been wooed are finally coming to the fore. As long as you unlock the optional shopping mall, then my 6 senior brothers and Han Moi-ing will be able to fully fire. Property will double like crazy. Lu Bai hurriedly took a shower, took a taxi and rushed to the company. He also wants to commute in a Lamborghini, but he doesn't have a driver's license. Forgot about it last night. Now that he is conscious, it is better to be safe. If you are caught, it will have an impact on the company's reputation. Not worth the candle. Jarvis. What is the price per share of doing film and television? Lu Bai was sitting in the taxi with his leather bag, talked to Jarvis remotely through the system connection. Sir, the price per share of doing film and television is now 10.45 yuan. It has been the 8th day in a row that the limit has fallen. However, today's price limit has slowed down greatly, and it is estimated that it will remain unchanged soon. Jarvis' answer made Lu Bai nod slightly. It seems that some people are still waiting and watching, thinking that it will rise again. Then how much money have you cashed out now? Lu Bai asked in his heart. At present, 8 million shares have been borrowed and 10 billion have been cashed out. Jarvis' voice sounded from Lu Bai's mind. Lu Bai made a simple conversion. At that time, buy the shares and return them, and then fill up the interest or commission earned less than, million. That certainly can't be cheap for them. The box office of his Transformers was squeezed in the first 2 days, but it was more than that. Continue to pay attention to doing film and television. If there is no limit for the day, you can tell me, Lu Bai said indifferently. Okay sir. Lu Bai came to Earth Film Company at exactly 9 o'clock in the morning. Now the company only recruits the propaganda department, the public relations department, and the logistics staff of the crew. 2-story company that can easily accommodate, but I will definitely rent more houses in the future. Lu Bai planned this way. After the self-selection mall opens, the 7 shareholders must each be in charge of a crew. Lu Bai will be their immediate boss, as a script supplier, and directly communicate with them. Senior brother Chen, please inform them to come to the meeting. When Lu Bai came to the company, he called Chen Ranquin. After all, I have been in business for so long, but I have never had a single meeting. Everyone is already waiting for you in the conference room. Chen Ranquin replied with a smile. This made Lu Bai slightly startled. I can't help but sigh that brother Chen is thoughtful in his work. I don't want to let him take charge of a group alone. How nice to be my tool all the time. Morning everyone. Lu Bai walked into the meeting room, filled with familiar faces counting Chen Renquin's 6 senior brothers, and the new shareholder Han Moying are also there. The eyes of the others were also cast on Lu Bai, their eyes full of relaxation and joy. Han Moying felt even more fresh. She has participated in many conferences before, some for school projects and some for investment. She is very happy to join now as a shareholder. Today's meeting was simple, that is, everyone, report the work at hand here, then brainstorm and discuss what to do together. Lu Bai sat in the first place, putting the purse in his hand on the table. He said in a relaxed tone, Chapter 125. The cooperation method with Geely Automobile is, Chairman, I am still in the process of handing over to major car companies. Many car companies have expressed great interest in Lamborghini. The person who spoke was also Lu Bai's senior brother, named Lin Dao Cheng. He is mainly responsible for business negotiations. He was the one who went to the car company to discuss sponsorship before even in cooperation with the toy factory. He is responsible for Iron Man's surroundings at present. It is also necessary to follow up the production of Transformers figures at the same time. Special effects editing, supervision of outsourcing teams, etc. must also be taken into account. I often need to travel outside on business, and rarely shoot with a crew. It can be said to wear several hats. It belongs to the great hero of the company's startup. The special effects are so detailed and gorgeous, and his great contribution is indispensable. Moreover, each senior has held several positions in the early years, so it can be said that he has developed very comprehensive skills. But the TV and movie market is the most exclusive. It's just an idiot who keeps improving and doesn't know how to make quick money. He just wants to invite traffic stars to make bad movies. No matter how capable the 6 of them are, they still face the crisis of disbanding some of. Only Han Moying knows the market trend best, coupled with the ability of self-writing, directing and acting. The first film earned more than 3,000 million, which proved itself to everyone. In the second script, although Lu Bai gave the outline, she perfected the details by herself, raking in 22 billion box office. None of the 6 senior brothers was unconvinced. Therefore, each of the 6 of them owns 2% of the shares, and Han Moying takes 3% by herself. They had no objection to this, and even raised their hands in welcome. It is a great fortune for the company to welcome such talents. Chapter 98. What conditions did they offer? Lu Bai listened and asked curiously. They all hope to buy Lamborghini's appearance patents, and then combine them with their self-developed car technology for mass production. Brother Lin Dao Cheng said earnestly. Currently only Geely Automobile is the most actively contacted, and the patent price quoted is also the highest. Lu Bai nodded. It seems that Geely Auto made a lot of money in the Transformers movie. I have tasted a lot of sweetness, so I want to cooperate further. Show me the quotation, Lu Bai said. Lin Dao Cheng picked up the form he had prepared and handed it to Lu Bai. Lu Bai glanced at it, then put the quotation aside. Cooperation can be done, but the method has to be changed. Lin Dao Cheng was stunned and said, how? Lu Bai smiled and said, you call the person in charge of Geely Auto and ask their president to talk to me. Lin Dao Cheng didn't talk nonsense and made a call directly after explaining the purpose of coming. The president's call was quickly connected there. Lu Bai took senior brother Lin's cell phone, and he had nothing to hide, so he clicked on the speakerphone. Is it Boss Lu? Hello, hello. The president of Geely Auto greeted warmly. Lu Bai didn't intend to talk nonsense, and cut directly to the topic. I have read your quotation, and it is full of sincerity. Before the president could say a few words of modesty, Lu Bai's next words made the other party stunned. But the way of cooperation, I think it needs to be changed. The president carefully asked, how to change? Is there something inappropriate? Lu Bai said, we don't sell appearance patents, and we don't plan to rent them out. These words silenced the president. Isn't Lamborghini valuable for its appearance? Even the Lamborghini I saw last night, many car companies thought it was refitted indiscriminately. After all, Earth Films is not a car company, nor does it have a production line, so it can't assemble a real sports car at all. Moreover, the car's simulated sound wave technology is very mature, but this does not mean that the car last night can run on the track. What sports car manufacturers are really worried about, I am afraid that Earth Films will give out appearance patents and publicity, and let other car companies take over the creation. But before the president asked, Lu Bai's next sentence completely stunned the CEO. The replacement cooperation method is, I issued appearance patents, as well as complete vehicle design drawings, including engine technology, chassis design, gearbox parameters, etc. Currently, Transformers, which cost hundreds of millions of dollars, has been used for publicity, and the next film will continue to increase publicity efforts. The president has lost his mind. I don't know how to answer it. You are out. So what are we out? Is the whole army out for a reason? Chapter 126. To build a Lamborghini? Just give % of the profit to send the beggars. The president of Geely Automobile still asked this sentence. What about her company? How to cooperate? Lu Bai already had a draft for his answer. You send out scientific researchers and auto workers, and build production lines to build cars for us. These words made the president immediately refuse. Please allow us to not agree to this. He still has some unpleasant things to say. Isn't this considered laying eggs by taking the opportunity? Their lucky car is that chicken. Why can't you agree? Lu Bai asked back. Do you not want to make money? Although, to put it bluntly, it is to outsource the project to you, but there are profits to be made. Why should you reject them? The president has mixed feelings. Although this is the reason, it always feels that this is not the taste. What they want is the appearance patent, and then use this golden shell to make money. But now he has become a part-time worker, and his status is unacceptable. And who can be sure that the drawings given by Lu Bai are really useful to create a car that is not on the market? How can a blueprint be able to explain it? It must be polished countless times in order to have excellent performance. Boss Lu is an amateur. Think drawings are everything. If you are worried that the blueprint has no effect and cannot be used normally, it is a big mistake. This is definitely more professional and detailed than the drawings you have seen. As long as you strictly follow the above data for debugging, there will never be any unusable situation. Although My Earth Films is a new company, its annual profit is 34 billion yuan. So there's no need to joke about it with you, right? Lu Bai suspected that no one would doubt the system. If the drawings given by the system are useless, then his journey in Blue Star can directly end. And what he said, it also immediately woke up the president. He realized that he was too passive. So he chose to take the initiative. The tone was firmer. Then how much profit can we get as a foundry? 20%. Lu Bai's words almost drove the CEO into cerebral hemorrhage. What a joke. I produced engineers, personnel, and production lines. In the end, I took, % and sent the beggars. Before the president sternly refused, Lu Bai's words came over again. 20% is the down payment. If the quality of the car you make is good, the product is qualified, and the after-sales satisfaction rate reaches over 95, we will add an additional, %. This can be written in black and white in the contract, and you don't have to worry about technical issues. The drawings will not make mistakes. You just need to strictly follow the scale to make it. We have already applied for a number of patents for Lamborghini, and have passed the inspection of Qinzhou. The quality will not let you down. You don't have to worry about publicity. No one is more willing to spend money than us. We are even willing to make a big movie with a cost of hundreds of millions for a car. Lu Bai paused. After giving the president time to digest, he continued, if this doesn't work, then we can only regret to miss it and hand over the order to other car companies. But please don't forget that we have the ability to perform miracles. Perhaps this time, Geely Auto will lose not only the sports car market, but even the private car market. Don't underestimate our appetite. Lu Bai spoke calmly, already completely convinced the president. He hesitated for a moment, and said with difficulty, how do you price a car? Speaking of which, he has lost a great deal of the initiative. This project sounds profitable, but I have no idea. It is impossible to draw conclusions without seeing the drawings. I only hope that the price will not be too low, at least at the million level. Otherwise the profit will not be attractive enough. But for the future of Geely Automobile, we have to accept it. Otherwise, it is really the same as what Lu Bai said. What Geely Auto will lose is not only the sports car market, but even the private car market that has been cultivated for many years will disappear. This is the most hopeless. But Lu Bai's next sentence made the CEO's scalp tingle. Even pig brain overload. Lu Bai calmly said a word, but it was enough for the CEO to remember him for a lifetime. Lu Bai said, the price is at least 700 million. Boom. Hear this? The president's thoughts exploded. I can't think for a moment. What? A car costs 700 million? Crazy for money. You want to apologize to the Blue Star crowd. Chapter 127. A Lambo worth 700 million. Lu Bai. Are you trying to steal money? The president is stupid. He even suspected that Lu Bai hadn't researched the market. There are only a few Blue Star sports cars that have exceeded a million over the years. Most of the range is between 50 and 80. When you opened your mouth, it was 700 million. Do you really think people are fools? Chapter 99. But Lu Bai didn't allow him to doubt it at all. Instead, he said seriously, don't worry about pricing. This is not something you should consider. You only need to meet the requirements I mentioned above before we will cooperate. And with the blueprints we provided, your research funding is so low that you don't need trial and error at all. Of course, there are prerequisites for cooperation. You have to build a production line to have opportunities for cooperation." The president was silent for a long time, finally sighed. "I have to communicate this sentence with the board of directors. I can't make the decision." Lu Bai nodded. "I know. I'll wait for your news." He didn't have any more nonsense, and hung up the phone directly after talking here. But when I set my sights on the conference room again, but seeing the 7 shareholders looking at him in shock, infinite thoughts surged in my heart. Negotiate like this, from passively lending patents to actively turning car companies into modern factories. I heard that right, junior brother Lu. Do you still have the blueprints for Lamborghini? 700 million for a car? Seriously, although the company will make a lot of money, will anyone really buy it? Is this considered extreme pressure? If you don't do it, I will find someone else. All shareholders listened to Lu Bai's negotiation already dumbfounded. They were all looking at the calm and breezy Lu Bai. Shocked Chen Renquan didn't dare to say a word. Lin Dao Chang's eyes trembled in surprise. He never expected to negotiate like this. As for Han Moying, after a short period of sluggishness, the corners of her mouth curled up slightly, and her gaze was filled with admiration. Okay, let's continue the meeting. After dealing with this matter, Lu Bai felt relaxed. This is an industry he has focused on for a long time. After all, Lamborghini's Aventador is only launched now, and there will be more classic models in the future. For example, the world-renowned Poison that only produced 10 vehicles. There will even be more sports car companies settling in Blue Star, such as Bugatti Veyron, Koenigsegg, McLaren and so on. Lu Bai naturally needs to prepare for the car that will be launched in the future. If you want to build your own movie theater, you need more money. Only 500 billion yuan is eligible for admission, and Earth Films is still far behind. The following meeting was more complicated. For example, the peripherals of Iron Man, the figures of Transformers and so on. And Transformers also won the top contract of the video platform, enjoying high share and other content in the audience. Only the newcomer Han Moying didn't say a word, but just listened quietly. Getting familiar with the atmosphere in general, it was very relaxing. Han Moying was very satisfied, just like sitting and chatting with a good friend. 2 hours later, shareholders reporting is also over. Only then did everyone look at Lu Bai in unison, waiting for his next instruction. What are you looking at me for? Lu Bai felt amused, but also know what they want. After Transformers was released, many people had nothing to do and panicked. Since you are so leisurely, that's fine. Lu Bai picked up the leather bag on the table, and took out a stack of thick papers from it. His simple action immediately touched the hearts of all shareholders. When Lu Bai walked into the conference room with his leather bag, all of them noticed it. Even Han Moying was short of breath at this moment. Is it a new script? Lu Bai smiled and nodded. Yes, a new script. Sci-fi movie, Jurassic Park, Chapter 128. The combination of science fiction and horror. The world of dinosaurs shocked the audience. Newbie, is there a new script? Simply productive. What is Jurassic Park? Sounds like something from ancient times. Let me be healthy. At this moment, all shareholders are red-eyed. I can't wait to snatch the new script over immediately and see the beauty. Even Han Moying's heart beat faster. She had only read a new script of Iron Man when Downey was still with Lu Bai. Now it's a big hit in America. I have traveled all kinds of red carpets, and every time I thank Lu Bai for his insightful eyes in front of the world. Wherever Downey goes, he wears the label of Earth Films. It's like a mobile billboard, and in the script Goodbye X with Lu Bai's participation, the value of those actors has skyrocketed, completely removing the label of idol stars, and labeling them as powerful actors and 22 billion box office participants. Not to mention the newcomer actor Ziyan, who has not yet graduated, became popular with Blue Star with Transformers. There are constant invitations to variety shows and film and television, and the appearance fees are jaw-dropping. But what makes Ziya sleepless at night is that, at the party at that time, as an outstanding graduate of the Film Academy, Ziya saw her director step onto the stage. When he declared his family name, Ziya was shocked to the point of thunder. What the fuck? My biggest boss is my classmate. What kind of cheating teammate is this? Also that night, newcomer actor Ziya is under tremendous pressure, and she dare not flinch in front of her classmates. With such a heaven-defying boss standing on his head, he only dared to keep a humble mouthful of soup. Don't worry, 7 copies have been specially prepared. Lu Bai took out the script and distributed it to everyone and just wait for them to read the script. But looking at it this way, it's out of control. Everyone was in a great shock, especially with the accompanying drawings. The impression of that dinosaur was deeply engraved in their minds, even though Lu Bai went out to the bathroom during the period, and walked around the company a few times. They still didn't move when they came back, completely fascinated. After an hour, they just woke up like a dream, as if there was a chain reaction. Everyone's face was extremely shocked. Fuck, can science fiction be written like this? Just push the robot to the peak, turned into a dinosaur world. Blue Star has also excavated dinosaur fossils. But there has never been a film that focused on dinosaurs, and the dinosaur on the drawing is too real and domineering. This is definitely another big hit. What does this make those film companies that study mech science fiction think? Just about to dig into the battle suits, the design is cool, and now they are directly stabbed. Ha ha ha, it's amazing. Combining sci-fi and horror, it's definitely a shot. Lu Bai, what brains do you have? You can even think of this. At the meeting, several people exclaimed one after another. They are all venting the shock in their hearts, especially the various images of dinosaurs simply whetted everyone's appetite. Tyrannosaurus rex, raptor, triceratops, stegosaurus, pterodactyl, pachycephalosaurus. The image in each drawing is lifelike and vivid on the paper. The script is not long. Only dialogue and a simple description of the environment. The rest will be in the hand-drawn book, supplementing the lens pictures in detail, but their eyes were basically focused on the drawing. Chapter 100. Facing the unconstrained painting that day, I was completely dumbfounded. Is this horse really a dinosaur? Grow like this? It's an exaggeration. What do you think? Their minds were completely absorbed by the drawing. At the same time, my heart was filled with great excitement. I am very much looking forward to the lives that have been destroyed for countless years, and will reappear in people's sights in the form of special effects. What's wrong with your brain? Chen Ranquin's face was full of confusion and admiration looking at Lu Bai. He said in horror, "Are you an alien?" Lu Bai didn't answer. He never relied on anyone in his life. Ask. That's talent, since everyone agrees. Let's get ready to start the project. Chapter 129. All shareholders must be filmed. Is it so big to play? Prepare to set up the project. Start a machine. These words made all shareholders excited, but soon, the excitement suddenly dropped. I seem to think of something, and I don't know how to solve it for a while. Excluding the current multitasking, the 7 shareholders present all majored in drama, film and television directing. Although the emphasis is different, everyone is in excellent existence. Fortunately, the company was founded and everyone performed their duties. As the person with the highest leadership, Chen Ranquin was naturally the assistant director. The rest of the people help out, and there are also business trips for business negotiations. But now, there is one more talented woman. For a moment, they looked at each other, but shook their heads one after another. Chen Ranquin obviously thought of this too. After a hearty smile, he said, "I've already made 2 movies, and I'm satisfied. However, as the acting general manager of the company, I have not been able to fulfill my responsibilities in the company. This makes me deeply regretful and ashamed of my trust in junior brother Lu, so I decided to take care of the company first, and I really don't have the energy to make movies. I hope you don't mind my being blatantly lazy. For the filming of this film, I think that junior sister Han is completely competent, and it is also a test for you by the senior brothers." The rest of the brothers also nodded. "Yes, we agree. Chen Ranquin's shooting technique is too bad. I can't get used to it." "That's right. Watching a stinky man every day on the set makes me sick to my stomach. Han Moing will direct this film, and I support it with both hands." "Ha ha ha, I can see junior sister Han on the set. So I'm full of energy at work." Han Moing's heart warmed, and she felt their kindness and humility. This gave her the warmth of being completely integrated into the larger group, but she shook her head and declined the proposal. "Thank you brothers for your kindness. Please allow me to refuse. I have no experience in shooting sci-fi films. I really don't know what to do with this kind of subject matter, but Brother Chen is an expert in this field. The popularity of Iron Man and Transformers has proved this point, and it is also my favorite movie, so I think it's better for senior Brother Chen to direct this film. I am more suitable for deep cultivation and urban dramas or costume dramas. This is the most suitable for me." Han Moing smiled lightly, and teased, "And everyone is a shareholder. Since senior Brother Chen is the safest and most profitable to shoot, then senior Brother Chen will direct, and Boss Lu will support it. It's just hard work, senior Brother Chen. Those who are able will work hard, so don't shirk it." "I'm joking." Senior Brother Chen heard the words, his face full of helplessness and emotion. This junior sister is really sensible, but because of this, it is even more impossible to occupy all the film quotas. We can't let outsiders meet and say that we are bullying our junior sisters together. He was just about to refuse with righteous words, and lied that his mother gave birth to a younger brother again, but Lu Bai lightly knocked on the conference table moment. All eyes turned to Lu Bai subconsciously. What are you letting me do? Show me respecting the old and loving the young? Lu Bai smiled deeply, and tapped the Nanmu table with his fingers happily. Stop arguing. The chief director can only be me. Afterwards, he paused and said, as for this drama, you are all assistant directors. The voice just fell. The audience was shocked. What's going on? Do all shareholders have to be on set to film? Place so big. P.S. I'm in a good mood today. Let's go for 10 more. 5 updates already. Chapter 130. This is obviously forcing shareholders to roll in. 6th more. Everyone is an assistant director. The 7 shareholders were stunned when they heard this sentence. What does it mean? Everyone wants to guide. The script doesn't look too long, and the production team doesn't have that many people to divide. Listen to their questions. Lu Bai smiled and said, that's right. Each of you has to record this movie. He also looked at Lin Daocheng, who was in charge of business entertainment. Senior brother Lin, you go too. Hand over the work to your subordinates as soon as possible. This mission is special, and all of us have to reacquaint ourselves with the shooting environment. Looking at the ignorant expressions of others, Lu Bai said seriously, there is one more thing to announce. After the filming of this movie, the whole company will speed up. Every shareholder will have heavy tasks, and everyone will have to step into the role of director. There must be at least one work a year, or even more. Whether you want to make movies, TV series, variety shows, animation, the company will support you. Don't worry about the script. I've written a lot over the years, so I'm in charge. As soon as Lu Bai's words came out, the audience shook. This has fully revealed the company's next plan, but no one could have imagined Lu Bai actually made such a big deal. Han Moing's eyelashes trembled slightly, and she asked, then will there be punishment? These words, it made the other senior brothers tremble slightly. Quite curious, they were worried that Lu Bai would open his mind and come up with some weird punishment system just looking at the scripts he has written over the years. Are they the ones that normal people would think of? Lu Bai was very satisfied with Han Moing's question, and said, of course, this time we will activate the end penalty system. Whoever makes a film with low profit margins, poor market response, and poor word of mouth will select 3 of the 7 shareholders who do not perform well and get mysterious punishment. It's more fair and just to use data to speak, as well as internal voting, Lu Bai said with a smirk. In the end, the 3 who are temporarily behind will be punished mysteriously, and the 4 people who won will have a tailor-made script for them, and then they will perform their talents at this year's annual meeting. After hearing this sentence, several people's scalps instantly went numb. Brothers are all rough. They are very handy behind the scenes, making it easy to throw together any evening party. Let them perform on stage. That's embarrassment fucking opening the door to embarrassment. Who the hell are you? And these bastards are determined not to hold back their own brothers, and let them customize the script. It is impossible to have good intentions, absolutely make a fool of yourself in front of all the staff and be recorded as a joke for most of my life. Think about it, you will die. This moment, the good brothers have a strong desire to win. Since he can't refuse the chairman's request, he must drag the others into trouble. Really play. On the contrary, Han Moing found it interesting. She had already played a role in the film, and she had no psychological burden at all to perform on stage, nor will he be speechless in front of the camera. There are only 6 brothers who are vigilant against each other, just like killing a father and an enemy. Looking at the undercurrents of the seniors at the meeting, Lu Bai was also quite satisfied. End of this chapter. Thank you so much for reading until the end. Don't forget to give it a like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription or donation encourages us to continue. Thank you all. See you in the next video.